That, and of course, the things that just make you chill and make you enjoy the afternoon show. Let's do it. The DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show.
I learned it from Greg.
Your Wednesday afternoon right now.
It's not that great of a drop.
Let me do it.
It's all right.
I love that drop, Travis. We play it all the time.
Raiders. I love doing that.
I can tell you were leaning into
Raiders.
See, that's the Raiders of the. That's a real Raider fan. He grew up a Raider
I did.
fan.
We didn't do that back in the day. That started down here, I think. I don't remember hearing that up there.
Oh.
That started down
but
here.
it went back. When they went back, it went back.
I don't remember doing that as a kid. I remember hearing that down here. It's just funny. Look, I don't feel bad for the Raiders or feel bad for Max Crosby. Everything's going to be fine. You should be happy. You got your guy back.
I am happy.
Oh, there you go. Good. Raider fans should be happy. And forget what Baltimore did. It's shady. It's the NFL. It happens.
So it's not that I'm not happy. I am happy. I'm annoyed that it happened because they went and did so many different things, Trav, where they actually built their team around the fact that he was not going to be. We talked yesterday, DeMarco, about Quiddy Page. Quiddy Pay. Sorry, Quiddy Pay. I keep saying it wrong, and I'm saying it in my head over and over.
Yeah,
Quiddy Pay, that he was going to come in, and you don't. He's a lesser version of Max Crosby by far, but it's also you don't pay your defensive ends a lot of money. So, Trav, this dude over in DaCosta, he's saying that, I was trying to put Max Crosby and Trey Hendrickson together. Who would do that? Why would you put that much money on two defensive ends?
No, I don't. I don't think
that's
you would.
who said that.
DaCosta.
He's trying to put in Baltimore?
Yeah, he was saying that he was going to try to put them together.
Really?
So, in a tweet from Adam Schefter, Ravens GM Eric DaCosta said that after losing their starting center Tyler Linderbaum to the Raiders, they were interested in pairing together Trey Hendrickson and Max Crosby. But Crosby's medical exam put an end to that discussion.
Okay, that sounds like smoke. But
Sure
but why wouldn't you want to do that? I'm curious as to why you wouldn't want to put two of the best pass rushers in the league together.
You would, but at that cost.
Especially if one is a left end expert and the other one is a right end.
You're going to put $200 million in the same position?
I wouldn't do it.
Yeah,
no,
that's why.
I wouldn't do it. I don't think you can even afford that unless you manipulate the cap.
That's what I mean. That is one of these. I need to come up with something that could conceivably be a cover story for why
that sounds very
he
Nico.
was in the building.
That sounds very Nico. But I mean, I would love to have Trey and Max on the same D line. It sounds very Nico.
In a perfect world, sure, but you got to pay them, and that's where it gets super complicated. You're not going to spend $200 million on the same position.
Yeah, that sounds like smoke. Yeah.
That sounds like spin, very bad spin.
It's spin
but
because
legit.
there needs to be spin. It's one of these things. Anybody that's paying attention goes, "Oh, that's a lie."
Well,
you know what I mean? Like it's just that's one of those. Oh, that's not true at all.
Well, you can. I would ask him the next question. Okay, how do you plan to pay them? You're going to lose Derrick Henry. You're going to lose everybody else to make up that salary cap for two pass rushers. That doesn't make sense at all.
It doesn't make any sense.
Not at all. You just got cold feet.
It's like what, Trav, you say it all the time. It's like you can just look at someone and go, "Oh, you don't know what you're talking about."
Yeah, that's an easy one. That's one of those. Oh, okay, I know it. Bye. See ya.
You're
cool.
a liar.
Okay. Whatever. Yeah, you're trying to sell me, a
used
bag
car.
of goods at this point. I'm out.
They got cold feet. It happens. But the thing is, the one thing you cannot deny is you look at his X-ray and his MRI. It's there. It's legit.
Have you seen it?
Well, yeah, doctors have seen it. Everybody's seen it.
Right.
He's not right. If you started the season today, he could not start for you. You know this, right?
Yeah, he had surgery in January.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So it looks like he had surgery in January.
But there's a lot of ground between that's a knee that I cannot afford to take a gamble on, and he couldn't play today. And it would heal, and that the Ravens could the Ravens could use it as an opportunity to scuttle the deal, as opposed to something that they actually believe was going to prevent him from being a great player. That both of those things could be. He could be hurt today, but it's not something that would have affected him by the time you get to September.
Well,
we don't know.
No, this is
only
football.
the Ravens know.
This is football. There's an injury. You don't know how these guys are going to react. One thing, and you're less than you used to be.
Sure.
One injury, and you're less than you used to be, and it's still there.
I agree that's a possibility.
Has to heal and rehab.
Or he could be fine. That's the whole point. We just don't know which of those two things it is. The Ravens chose to buy the he's not going to be fine when he might be. We don't know.
Not defending the Ravens, but I don't want to give up 2 picks for a maybe.
If it's a maybe.
It is a maybe.
Yeah.
You don't know how this guy's going to respond.
I don't, but the whole timing of it all just stinks to high heaven.
I know, but I said the one thing, and this is there's doctors, and the doctors, you can trust their word. He's not. Well,
I don't know.
I would.
I would trust my doctor. I don't trust your doctor. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I mean. If DeAndre has a doctor, you have a doctor, I have a doctor, Laura has a doctor, Greg has a doctor.
Well, these guys
we might get 5 different opinions.
They have different practices. I mean, they service other people other than football players.
I understand.
Their reps are on the line. So, and when they're interpreting an MRI or an X-ray, they're not going to say. They're going to say, well, this guy has an X amount of chance of being healthy, an X amount of chance of not being healthy.
Yeah.
This is what has happened with this injury over time. Same with Shohei. When you had to treat him with kid gloves. Remember when he was coming back from injury, how long that took? There's no guarantee these guys come back.
No, I understand that. But what one set of eyes sees could be very different from what another set of eyes sees.
So do you trust Dr. Neil Elatrage?
Sure.
100%.
He's the one that did his surgery, and he is the Rams doctor. He is the team doctor.
Why do you think I'm saying what I'm saying?
Right. So is he does the Dodgers. He works with the Lakers. He works with a lot of people. He says Max Crosby is doing very well in the early part of his rehab and recovery from surgery to treat a significant meniscus tear and the related stress injury to the bone and cartilage in his knee. He feels very well and is already much improved compared to before surgery. He's on track in his planned program. He's saying he's going to be fine. And this is the guy that did it who does everybody's injuries in L.A. So I trust this guy.
On track to be healthy, and then you got to go out and get in football shape and play. Now ask me what retired me. The same thing he just had repaired.
The meniscus?
Yes. There's no guarantee. It doesn't heal.
At what age?
Same age.
At 28.
Yes, same age. It does not heal. That's what I'm saying. This gets worse over time. Some of that could show this is going to be arthritic inside of a year and a half based on what I'm seeing. So would you give up 2 picks for a guy that's only going to be active for 2 or 3 more years tops, maybe?
If I had another guy in the waiting room that was going to sign, I get my picks back?
Kaboom!
I mean, that's the part where that's why I don't believe them. You know what I mean? Like if this were just, hey, man, we're out. And then they just were like, okay, now what are we going to do? But that they had this other one teed up to just fill the spot right away makes you go, yeah, I don't know, man. Like you kind of told on yourself by how quickly this other thing came together, by the fact that he may or may not even have been in the building as this whole thing came apart.
Right.
Like if this were just this and we were here 24 hours later and the Ravens were still like, yeah, man, we wanted to do it. We just saw something that wasn't there.
This is going to be
then
fun.
I would be more likely to believe it.
This is going to be fun. I like Max. I really do. I hope he gets healthy and kicks ass. But this is going to be fun to watch what happens to him when he starts missing games over this. Right. So either Baltimore is going to look really, really stupid or more stupid than they are or really, really smart.
No, that's for sure.
One way or the other.
That's for sure.
Because the one thing, like I said, the guy's got a compromised knee. That's something that's not fake. That is real. He missed time last year. You don't think this is going to flare up at this position again, over and over and over again? I'd be gun shy. This is 2 picks in the draft. That's at least 10 years worth of players.
Right. So no matter what, even with all the things.
I can get this guy over here for money and keep the picks, I might be a little shady too.
So to that point, that it may all be true. If Trey Hendrickson, it was on a team somewhere, he stayed in with the Bengals. This wasn't available. Does he pass the physical?
Yes.
Probably.
That's
exactly.
the whole point.
And that's what it is. Thank you.
Probably.
That is shady. Why would anybody want to go work with that team?
I said this yesterday. If Harbaugh was there, they'd probably do the deal. Harbaugh would be like, he's fine. He could be all right. We can make that happen. We're good. But a new regime, a new coach, a new everything, they're gun shy. They got scared. This guy's MRI doesn't look right. Let's just move on. And we can get this dude for this price and keep the picks.
Then why go out there and say, I want to pair them together?
I'd make a U-turn.
Yeah, I don't think you can extract one from the other. I think they're inextricably connected to one another. That because the 2 things happen basically simultaneously, they're connected. And you could never convince me otherwise. That the reason they decided to scuttle the deal was because they found a deal they liked better not necessarily exclusively because the knee was bad.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
If they just said the deal's off, why? Because the knee is bad. Okay,
that's true.
Okay, hey, the deal's off. Why? Well, the knee's bad. Oh, by the way, while you're here, we also signed Trey Hendrickson, and we want our picks back.
Yeah, that's
just like,
come
on,
but we
man.
wanted to pair you guys together, so that makes it better, right? Makes it all better. Everything's okay now.
I'd love to have that combo. That's too. I was going to say something bad.
Yes, spend your $250 million on the two of them.
You know what else I'd like to see? I'd like to see two Bosas on the same line. That would be awesome. Oh my God. That would be freaking scary.
Yeah, but again, this is what makes football a lot of fun is that you got X amount of dollars to spend. You know, if you double down on the only place you could double down that would make a ton of sense to me, and again, it's
receiver.
Yeah. And it's I don't know, is there $30 million receivers in the league? I mean,
yes.
Okay.
A bunch of them.
Okay.
So CeeDee Lamb, George Pickens.
But those guys score touchdowns, right?
Like I'm going to
go do that.
You play three or four of them at a time, so you can pay multiple guys.
Two edge guys that are soaking up $200 million of my dollars. That would scare the daylights out of me.
Usually it's one dude you paid, he's established, and you got a rookie that's just as good. And when this guy turns into a fourth-year player, we get rid of that guy. That's how that goes. But I would never turn my nose up at two dudes that can rush like that.
All right, join ESPN LA for a Lakers watch party and a live remote broadcast next Monday. That's the 16th at Bar Louie in Downey. Beto goes live at 5 p.m. with Lakers pregame before tip-off. You can watch with fellow fans, enjoy ice-cold Michelob Ultra, and enter for a chance to win tickets and exclusive signed gear. Don't miss out. That's next Monday at Bar Louie in Downey with ESPN LA and Michelob Ultra, the official beer sponsor of your Los Angeles Lakers. And that little question we've been asking is getting louder and louder and louder. That's coming up next. It's DeMarco and Travis. Greg's here on a Wednesday on ESPN LA.
Don't miss the countdown to kickoff. Presented by BMO, official bank of LAFC.
Wow, Carlos Vela's going from El Rey to El Jefe. Carlos is back not as a player, but as part owner of LAFC. We'll get into that. We'll also preview LAFC's next match versus St. Louis. And don't miss Angel City forward Riley Tiernan as she joins the show to talk about Sunday's home opener at BMO. That's Countdown to Kickoff presented by BMO, Saturday at 3 p.m.
BMO presents Countdown to Kickoff, hosted by Mario Ruiz on ESPN LA.
Introducing our new Chili Crisp Dumplings, a spicy twist on a Waba favorite. Bold, crunchy, and tossed and fiery. Chili Crisp. That's our new Chili Crisp Dumplings. Get them today, only at Waba Grill. It's for you.
This March, while the brackets are busting, somebody will be breaking away in a brand new BMW at Hard Rock Casino Tajon. Unity by Hard Rock members can earn entries all March long for the $500,000 Luck of the Irish BMW drawing just by using their Unity by Hard Rock card. Join us for exciting promotions, big wins, and your shot at driving off in serious style. Hard Rock Casino Tajon, the easiest drive from downtown LA.
Pack your year with awe and awesome at SeaWorld San Diego. Get up close to over 9,000 animals. Experience the thrill of the deep with mesmerizing shark species in the all-new Shark Encounter, opening this spring. Savor over 150 international flavors during the Seven Seas Food Festival with an all-new headlining concert lineup on select dates from February 27th through April 26th. Go from real to unreal at SeaWorld. Save up to 60% on tickets, fun cards, and passes. Hurry, offer ends soon. Restrictions may apply.
This is a special notice to U.S. taxpayers owing $10,000 or more to the IRS. Tax Relief Advocates is urgently notifying taxpayers that tax relief initiatives are now available that may significantly reduce or eliminate what you owe. If you're afraid of an IRS lien, levy, or wage garnishment, don't lose hope. You can now take advantage of these current relief programs to end all collections, reduce the amount you owe, and resolve your tax problem. Even if you have years of unfiled tax returns or are already in a payment plan, you may still qualify for significant relief. Struggling taxpayers can now get relief they need during these hard economic times. A hotline has been established by Tax Relief Advocates for you to call and see what you qualify for. They are A+ rated with the BBB and have over 1,000 5-star reviews. Don't wait. Call 800-575-9087, 800-575-9087. That's 800-575-9087 or simply visit TRA.com.
Yo, this is Jerry Garcia.
It's your boy Concrete.
And you're listening live to the 710 ESPN Radio, the best show, 3 to 6, DeMarco and Travis live.
Let's go.
More DeMarco and Travis right now.
Oh, hi, niece.
Is it Jennifer Beals' birthday?
Yes. Is it
Flashdance something or other?
I'm just playing it.
Okay.
That was a moment. That was a moment in time for us.
Yeah.
Yes, that was a moment.
Yeah, 82, 3, something like that.
Jennifer Beals?
No.
Oh.
The year the movie came out.
Ooh, yeah, somewhere in there.
I don't think that's been that long.
Wow.
No, she was probably 20 when that movie came out, so she's probably in her 60s.
Travis, I was so hot because I believe this is when I thought wrestling was real. This is when they put it in the paper. So I thought that was really Jennifer Beals doing all the dancing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was so mad when I found out it wasn't
Doesn't the
her.
song just get you going? Just the beat?
There you go.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was a very important movie for young men in the early 80s.
See, I got the
What was
leg
that,
warmers on.
DeAndre? The little
This right here?
Yeah.
Little head
feeling the
bob.
beat.
That looks good.
Head bob. Yeah,
little bob?
That's not bad.
Wait,
Feeling the
Jennifer
beat.
Beal wasn't dancing?
Well, she had a stunt dancer.
Really?
So this is when they used
But
to
you
fool
didn't know?
us.
I did not know.
Like
Oh,
when
wow.
Remember back in the day, like you watch TV shows and it'd be like the A-Team and you'd see like a fake Mr. T and they try to sell it like it was him, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
It was her. They would never show her face when she was doing certain moves, and then they would cut to her face on a close-up.
Well, she's an actor. She's not a professional
She's not a
dancer.
professional, but I was just...
I don't think she's a
Yes.
professional
And then
dancer.
the other girl, whoever it was, the dancer had a nice little run when they actually had to tell the world who she was for like a little bit of time.
I don't
She had a
remember that
run.
part.
Yeah. She was doing fun stuff for a while.
I just remember the chain with the water and the chair.
Yes.
That's all I really
Yes, you
remember.
do.
Yes,
Absolutely.
you do. That's the part that I remember. Lakers beat the Timberwolves last night. And let's talk about this. They did it in one of the ways that we talked about yesterday, which is they were really kind of not very good for the first half offensively.
Mm-hmm.
But they stayed in the game because they were better defensive.
They fought their butts off.
They fought their butts off. They were able to, again, and this is, by the way, I when I was driving home yesterday, I really kind of just sat back in my own self-satisfaction with Trudell calling me a ball knower. That felt like an important
Ball
moment
knowers.
for me. That what I suggested to him, and the reason that he called me a ball knower, was LeBron's presence, while mostly good, creates an uncertainty with the other four guys on the team, creates some sort of role confusion that what you're being asked to do on any given possession, whereas with his absence, there is none of that confusion. There is, I'm doing this, you're doing that, let's go, and let's play as hard as we can for as long as we can until Redick takes us out of the game, and then we'll put another guy in there who can play as hard as he can, as long as he can. The level, the floor of the effort, and this is not a criticism of LeBron's effort, this is a criticism of LeBron's birth certificate. Okay?
Yeah.
It's just where he is in his life.
His presence. Yeah,
right.
Yeah, I get
that
you.
LeBron can't redline it the entire time. He just can't do it anymore. And it's just the reality of it. But those other guys kind of can't.
Mm-hmm.
And when he's not there, and you saw it again last night, you saw it against the Knicks, it's another win without him there. It's starting to get more and more obvious that the operation just runs much more smoothly with him not available.
Oh, yeah. I'm just happy they got the dub. I'm happy they hung a loss on Minnesota. The season ain't dead yet.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the funny thing, and I was thinking about this on the way in, not the ball knower thing. I was thinking about, did I really insult Trudell? I thought we were just having fun. Did he really get mad?
No, he was
Are you
fine.
sure?
Yes.
True didn't get mad at me?
No.
Okay. He is short, though.
I mean, he called you DeMarcus, man.
We call him Short King. He knows it. But no, the one thing, and this is hard for a lot of people that work here, especially that have any sort of connection to the Lakers. And I get it. Change is not easy in sports, especially when there's a regime change or there's a star player that used to be the big dog and there's another one coming up. Watching Puka's rise was very interesting, how they go from pup to leader like that. So I get it. But for me, I don't need to listen to the people that wear the LeBron James hats anymore. It's obvious to me that they play better when he's not in. I think it's obvious to everyone, but this is politics. It is LeBron. You're going to have to deal with it. he's probably going to be reinserted back into the lineup as soon as he's ready. If not, the next game. So it is what it is. But to me, it's obvious what the issue is. When he's off the floor, everything you said is true. They have more energy. They're more connected defensively. They have an idea of what the other is going to do, and they look like a team that's trying to gel.
There's clarity.
Right.
There's clarity with his being absent. That there is no more, well, you go, I go, or are we going to play this possession like this or that possession like that? Mm-hmm. It's just DeAndre Ayton was really good last night, in particular in the first half. He did a really good job. You're just starting to see more consistent performances. I think that the understanding of what's being asked is more obvious, and it's not a direct criticism of LeBron. It's just it's easier when there's one less option there.
The guy that keeps coming up in all this, and we don't talk about him unless he screws something up, is JJ. JJ is the guy with his hands on the controls. He must see this. He must know this. Sure. Or maybe he disagrees with us. Maybe he disagrees with our assessment of the Lakers looking better with LeBron.
Did you see what he said? I think it was before the game. I caught it. I caught it on a podcast, so I'm not sure whether or not it was before or after. But the word that he used, and I don't believe that it was meant as a criticism, but I thought it was an illuminating word that he used. He said it's less cluttered. With just Luka and with just Reed, it's less cluttered. And I think that's the perfect description. It's just easier, and not that they don't have flaws. They do. The offense was really kind of terrible for the first half, but the Knicks are a really good team offensively. Not on Sunday, they weren't. The Minnesota Timberwolves have some really unbelievably dynamic offensive players, in particular Anthony Edwards. They did a really good job on him last night.
Was it 2 for 15?
2 for 15 and 1 for 10 from the three-point line.
Correct.
These are things that are starting to come together where it's not the sampler's getting larger and larger, and the answer is remaining the same.
Because you have space all around you. So it's like, DeAndre, you can speak to it a little bit
better. The floor is
wider. The floor is wider. Wider. Hit the D. Make sure to hit that. Really?
Especially when Luke Kennard gets in there. It's wider.
Actually true.
The fact is, when you have
super wide.
He just stands there like this most of the time. But he did look good last night. But when you have three guys like that, when you have three guys that are only offensive players and don't play defense, when one of them is off the floor and one of them's a 41-year-old that's a little bit slow now, you're going to be able to have more space. You're going to be able to let guys kind of do what they want to do. You could see DeAndre Ayton running up and down the floor and getting into the middle. You could see Jake LaRavia cutting into the middle of the paint and trying to get offensive rebounds.
Layups.
Well, he can't make the layups.
One thing at a time. One thing at a time.
At least he's doing the deeds of getting into the middle of the paint. Like, there's certain things that are happening now when you have that extra space. So where does it go from there? I don't know. DeAndre, are you seeing something different?
I'm not seeing anything different, especially having our own two eyes in that game, and just the spacing is better. And the reason for that being is because LeBron James is not a knockdown perimeter three-point shooter. He's not a spot-up guy. So everything he does throughout his whole entire career has been guy going downhill, getting to the basket, getting fouled, and his game has elevated as the course of his season. So you try to add three ball-dominant guys who like to have playmaking in their hands, it makes it difficult. And J.J. Redick said it, early this season, as far as they try too hard to get each one of them their own shots, meaning that, like, there's times it can be too unselfish, or there's times where it's like Luka's trying to make sure LeBron get his, and
it's unclear. It's unclear. It's not. Nobody's doing anything wrong necessarily. It's not like there's bad attitude. It's not like there's not a commitment to buy-in. It's not like there's not effort. It's not these toxic traits that we associate with things when things aren't working. It's just bad fit. It's unclear of what is being asked. It's unclear of what you're going to get on any given night. And with his absence, that clarity returns. That cluttered factor is gone. And look, they didn't play great last night, but they beat a pretty good team because they were able to play hard, because the consistent effort, the effort from the first quarter to the second quarter all the way through the end of the game was relatively the same. It's not these starts and stops of what they're able to do based on who's on the floor at any given moment. So, it is incredibly obvious.
It just everybody in this room, I think, thinks that the Lakers are better without LeBron. Is that fair?
Yeah, but it's also because you know that.
But
Austin Reeves and Luka Doncic, they understand that Luka's the one, Austin's the two. When Luka gets in trouble, Austin's there to back him up and take over. If Luka sits down, Austin can control the pace. They are working off of each other and not having to worry about a third. And again, opens up so much stuff. So where were you going with that?
No, I was just when you take a poll of the basketball watching world, half the people aren't ready to write off LeBron yet, and you have to respect that. And when they say playoff, first round, second round, depending on who you have, you're going to wish you had LeBron in there. You're going to need him at some point.
I think that's the best argument to the contrary.
So if I could see this, right, if it's working and you've caught fire, it seems like your mission would be to get LeBron into the playoffs and then turn him loose. I don't know. I'm just guessing. But you can't say that this team is going to be better for the rest of the year without LeBron. I think they're playing great without him now, but at some point you're going to need LeBron back in the lineup.
I think that's it. I think both of those things are right. I do think they're better without him. But I also think there's going to come a time where it's like, hey, we need you to do your thing.
Mm-hmm.
And they need to have him available to do his thing.
Close out a game.
I don't know if those two things can fit together in any meaningful way. And I want to go back to something you said a minute ago. And we can pick this up and continue it in just a second. But it is what it is what you said about this. And I think I agree.
Unless JJ.
But I think that the is what it is becoming more of a, well, is it? Or do you have to make an incredibly hard choice? Do you have to do something that you might not have done? The more games they win without him, the less it is what it is. The more likely you have to have a really rotten conversation.
You want to prove to me you're better without him, beat Minnesota, and you did.
And they did.
And you did. And you almost, some of those points at the end didn't really count to me. You almost held them to under 100.
Yeah.
You were kicking their butt. So, like I said,
different.
It's hard to listen to people that say LeBron when I'm looking at what I'm seeing last night.
So
that looks good to me.
So what comes next? Does that conversation take place? We'll get into that coming up in just a little bit. Plus 80-plus points. And yet we're talking about it might not have been great. That's coming up next. It's DeMarco and Travis, ESPN LA. Plus, LAFC is back at home this Saturday as they take on St. Louis at BMO Stadium. Listen to ESPN LA for your chance to win a pair of tickets to catch all of the action live. When you hear the cue to call, be caller number 7 and be there for the match only with ESPN LA.
Hey, it's D. Farr here, and let me remind you, you can play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino, Southern California's premier resort casino experience. Look, you don't have to get stuck in traffic. I drove out there last Saturday. Took me just over an hour to get there, and let me tell you, it was an easy drive, not so much. Look, you don't have to get stuck in traffic. You can be at the best casino resort in Southern California in less than 1 hour. Pechanga gives guests all the amenities they expect, and I mean everything is out there. Exceptional entertainment, dining, spa, golf. Let's not forget round-the-clock gaming excitement. I mean, it's really huge. That casino floor goes on forever, and it's so clean, so cool. It's great. 1,100 hotel rooms and suites, so they got you covered. You can have your bachelor or bachelorette parties, your connects like that. Maybe Dak Prescott should have went there. Oops, that's bad. We can't say
Come
that.
on,
Anyway,
man.
The suites, the spa, the golf course, 20 bars and restaurants, and so much more make Pechanga Resort Casino one of the largest resort casinos in the country. There you go. Sorry about that, Dak. Come see why readers of Newsweek and USA Today have voted Pechanga Resort Casino the best casino outside of Las Vegas. So, if your idea of entertainment is lounging poolside like me or putting a great bet on blackjack, Pechanga Resort Casino has everything, and they're waiting for you right now. Visit Pechanga.com or call this number, 888-PECHANGA. That's 888-PECHANGA to book a reservation or for more info. Also, you can follow them on Instagram at Pechanga Casino for the up-to-the-minute news and info, and I'll see you at the pool.
Mornings in LA start with Sedano and Cap.
There is so much value to Austin Reeves, okay? I know people talk about his skill set and Luka's skill set. They're duplicative.
Weekdays starting at 7 a.m. on ESPN LA.
They have a similar...
Wow.
I don't even know. I'm not sure that that's a real word.
That's a real
I'm not sure that it's a real word.
They're basically the same.
I'm saying they're similar styles of players, with Luka's probably about 7 or 8 points per game better, okay?
Duplicative.
But duplicative, is that a real word? I don't know.
Describes things that are identical, repeating, or causing unnecessary overlap.
I don't know where that word came from. I was trying to say that they sort of, duplicate each other, and then duplicative just sort of
synonyms are redundant, repetitive, and identical.
Hey, See that? Pretty good.
The Morning Show with Sedano and Cap. Weekdays starting at 7 a.m. on ESPN Los Angeles, the ESPN LA app, and streaming live on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
Hey, it's John Ireland. Watching a Laker game is so much more than just a game. It's the moments before tip-off, the people you're with, and the food you're sharing. That's why I love BBGO. BBGO is perfect for at-home watch parties or a night of hoops. Their food is bold and packed with flavor, bowls for a quick meal, dumplings and fried rice for everyone at the table. Vibe on a wave of Korean food and culture with BBGO. Look for BBGO at your local grocery store in the Asian and freezer aisles. BB go for it and bring something different to the table.
Do you have 3 ex-wives and your current trophy wife wants a life insurance policy 3 times the size of the policies you had to purchase for your previous mistakes? If so, you need to call Big Lou at Term Provider, 800-568-2790. Big Lou is intimately familiar with your problems, and if you're 50 or 60 years old and in reasonably good health, a $1 million policy should only cost about $100 to $200 per month. Big Lou may have a solution for your previous policies as well. You may even save enough money to lighten the load on your new $1 million policy. Remember, call Big Lou. He's like you, except he's only on number 2. Call Term Provider at 800-568-2790. That's 800-568-2790. For $1 million in term life insurance that you can live with, call Big Lou at 800-568-2790.
This is the afternoon show with DeMarco and Travis.
Have you slept in silk pajamas yet?
No.
Try it.
Really?
You'll be like, what was I thinking?
Really?
Yeah.
You are hanging out with the Rams Super Bowl champ and Sweet Tea.
You guys like silk, right? No?
Back to the guys.
You can't touch this.
Oh!
You can't touch this.
This was the day, Trav. This is when all the body parts work.
You can't touch this.
Do you know what they call him? Hammer?
Oh, Hank Aaron. Yeah, he was the ball boy.
What?
Hey, I love that.
Hank Aaron was the ball boy. Yeah.
So MC
Hammer was the ball boy.
when he grew up in Oakland, was a bat boy for the Oakland A's, and all the ball players thought he looked like Hank Aaron, and they started calling him the Hammer.
No way.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a close family friend.
So
I love
Jennifer
that dude.
Beals did not actually dance in Flashdance, and MC Hammer was a bat boy for Hank Aaron.
No, he was a bat boy for the A's, but he looked like Hank Aaron, so the players called him Hammer.
Either way, I'm learning things in 2 different segments.
What we're here for.
You didn't know about that?
That's what we're here for. Wait,
Hammer.
You're friends with MC Hammer?
Close family friend.
Really?
Yeah,
Really?
he comes to family
3
funerals.
things.
Okay.
Yeah, Hammer. Yeah, Hammer's cool, bro. Hammer's been around.
Can we have him?
My
And then
brother,
introduce us to
this
Hammer?
is the crazy thing. This is where my brother went south, and I hope he's not listening because he's going to punch me in the face. This is where he went south at UCLA when Terry Donahue was the head coach. Why I told him UCLA is bad for you, because there's too much that you're interested in. So while he was a football player at UCLA, going to Rose Bowls, he put on an MC Hammer concert.
Your brother did?
My brother.
Like he was the promoter?
He was the promoter.
Oh, wow.
Back in our hometown at the Richmond Auditorium.
Okay.
Yeah, so he brought Hammer home.
Kind of impressive.
Very impressive. But if you're Terry Donahue, hey,
less impressive.
We got Oklahoma this week. You know, I don't give a damn about some Hammer. You know what I mean?
I like that your brother was moonlighting as a concert promoter.
He was that guy.
That's
yeah.
awesome.
He was that guy. This is how it started. Just funny story.
Yeah.
So there was another boxing match, Marvis Frazier and Bone Crusher Smith.
Oh,
Remember
yeah,
that?
yeah.
So they came.
Okay, Greg,
Yeah.
put this on the list. Another odd fact about James Bone Crusher Smith is one of the few professional boxers with a college degree.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
He was very smart.
James Bone Crusher Smith graduated from college.
And it's a great
Do you
name.
know? Do you know the college?
I don't.
No.
But I'm about to find out.
The name Bone Crusher.
Great name.
So we went to the fight as kids. This is like, he was in the 9th grade, 10th grade.
Okay.
So we went to the fight like everybody did, and we lost him in the audience. We had no idea where Andre went, right? Fight's over. It was a snooze fest. It was a boring fight. We look in the ring. There's Andre. Like
the ring.
He got in the ring, had met Don King, and Andre is leading Bone Crusher out of the ring. Like, how
That's
did you
terrific.
get? And he became a businessman. So yes, MC Hammer is a close friend of ours.
Shaw University is
Shaw.
where Bone Crusher graduated from.
Yeah,
Is
great
Shaw
name.
University like Phoenix University?
I don't know the answer.
Why are you
Why are you
trying to
throwing
shoot
shade
it
at the
down?
University of
That's
Phoenix?
See, that says a lot about you right there.
Wow.
See, right there.
Anybody can go to
Bone
University of
Crusher can't
Phoenix
be
and
better
get one.
than Greg.
That's how you get moved into.
Got that nose really high in the air
Watch
right
that
now.
dude back there. See,
Bad guy, man.
I
That
know
is a
because I
bad
don't have
guy.
a college degree, so
Oh,
let's just go that way.
I see why you. Yeah, no.
See, wow.
Anyway,
Yeah, I have an AA.
do you really? Nice.
That's it.
Nice.
I love
still a
that
degree.
your brother was promoting concerts and you're friends with MC Hammer.
Multiple.
And that Bone Crusher Smith and your brother were in the same orbit at the same time.
That's how he got started. I told him, don't come down here, and he did anyway.
That's terrific.
Yes, he loves it. He's still in business.
Tyson, I think Bone Crusher, now you'd have to fact check me on this, but I think this is right. I think Bone Crusher was one of the first guys ever to go the distance with Mike Tyson,
He wouldn't
too.
fight him. His whole intent was to survive, which might be smart back then.
Good strategy.
right. I don't want to fight. I just want to live through this.
Here, much like the Ravens, do you want your picks and an edge or no picks and one edge? It's, do you want Mike Tyson to potentially knock your head off, or would you like to walk out of this ring on your own 2 feet?
Give me the money and my faculties.
Yeah.
Mike can have the victory. Go
So
ahead.
he did go 12-round unanimous decision to like. That's
He just
how
told
Tyson,
you that.
Yeah.
See,
I'm
look
just
at you.
No, he asked. He said fact check me, so I am fact checked.
I went to the University of California, Santa Barbara. Is that okay by you?
No, that's a real university.
Look at you.
What makes it a real university?
Yeah.
I mean,
a real school for you.
Let's dig this hole deeper for you, Chris.
Just saying.
Who else's alma mater would you like to take a huge jump on today?
You can take a shot at Cal State San Bernardino.
Yeah,
Is this now a 4-on-1 situation that's going on here?
See, we're all just telling
I was giving Bone Crusher his flowers by saying that he went to
Great
Shaw
for him.
University.
I just have never heard of it, and I thought it was like the University of Phoenix, that anybody can walk in and just get a degree.
You got to go to. I don't think you go to class at University of Phoenix. You take
classes.
Right.
Yes.
Online.
But I didn't know Bone Crusher was the only champion with a degree.
I don't know. I just remember that it was rare that
something like
that fighters had college degrees, and he was one of the few ones that did.
Yeah, makes sense.
That's the only part I remember. LeBron James doesn't have a college degree. Is it okay if we talk about him, Greg?
He's a billionaire, so you can talk about him all you want. He's got more money than anybody, everybody in this room will ever make in their lifetime.
I just didn't know if it was, if we're holding people to a certain standard today, there's a threshold to get to. You said it is what it is, and I agree with you that there are so many things that are not basketball when it comes to making a decision about how this is going to wind down, right? There's the politics of it all. There is the legacy that you need to consider. There's a legacy that he needs to consider. You need to be respectful of someone who has accomplished what LeBron James has accomplished. You need to make sure that you're collaborating with him. You need to make sure that everybody's on the same page, singing from the same hymnal, so to speak. You need to make sure that the league understands how there are so many things. And then there's this thing over here that's like, hey, guys, we're playing really well.
Mm-hmm.
We're playing really well, and he's not here. Now, maybe it's not quite 1 + 1 = 2, but we're getting closer to it. The Lakers have some clarity. They're playing with more consistent effort. They're playing better defensively. Their offense might not be great, but Luka and Reeves together is a combination that works pretty well. At some point, does that scale start to tip back where you have to consider this conversation, or is it just guys, we're never even going to broach the subject?
Only for this, and it's for everybody in this room. Do you see the Lakers as a championship contender?
This season?
This season.
No.
Okay. Is there a way they can get there in your eyes? Moving up a seed?
No.
Tracking down. Is there a way for you, Greg?
So
that you can think championship? Because we all think this is going to end in the playoffs.
The NBA championship.
To beat OKC, to beat San Antonio, to actually be a player for a championship.
No, I don't think so.
I'm probably not, but I think I can always convince myself of it. And one of those ways
realistically,
is
you got to be realistic. Yeah.
So
because based on what he said, you have to be realistic.
Yes, realistic. If you look at, we can talk about this. So if you have this starting five that you have now with LeBron not on the floor, you put him off the bench. With LeBron coming off the bench and being the leader of the second unit, with other guys in there with Vando and maybe Jackson Hayes doing some different things, where you put either Luka or Reeves with him, so you have two guys and you kind of stagger those minutes. Could that become dangerous enough to actually be able to beat a team like OKC, because they do match up well? Last year they matched up very well.
But you have one problem: you have to talk LeBron into doing that.
Yeah, well, I don't think that's possible.
But that's what I'm saying.
But realistically, you asked me, is there a realistic way? I think that might be realistic.
I think the only thing that runs into that problem, though, is that if you're going to compare that secondary unit of the Lakers to the San Antonio Spurs and Oklahoma City Thunder, their bench is significantly better than
That's
Okay,
why I
keep
don't.
coming.
That's why I think the answer to your question is no. There isn't. But I want to change the question slightly.
Okay.
The question is, do I think they can go further than I think they can go with all three of them on the floor?
Does that matter to you?
Well, I think that's the question, right? To
Okay.
me, yeah, a little bit.
One round out, first round out, or second round out? Does that matter?
Yeah, I think it does.
Okay.
And now, does it matter a lot? No, but
just
does
extra
it matter
basketball.
some? And it's also proof of concept.
Okay.
It's also proof of that what is
that's true.
coming next, and we get more time with these two guys together. What do I want to bring back for next
Okay,
year?
I'm with you.
That idea of let me see a little more. Like if we're gonna, and I'm just gonna pick a team at random.
Shoot.
Let's say they get the Denver Nuggets in the first round, okay, and they get clipped. It's like, all right, we're still kind of back to square one where it's going to happen, assuming you do it. But let's say they do it the way that we're talking about doing it. You have LeBron with the second unit, or maybe not LeBron at all, okay? And you beat the Denver Nuggets, and then you go match up with whoever you get in the second round. Say it's San Antonio.
Wait,
Instead
this
of
is without LeBron.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And now all of a sudden it's like, hey, that looks really good. You know who fits in really well with them is Marcus Smart. Boy, that looks great. Hey, Rui has really taken his game. Hey, DeAndre Ayton seems to have been rejuvenated. Like, I think there are
Addition
some things
by
to
subtraction.
Yeah, to now. Are you closer to the championship? Marginally. Does it make you feel like you hang a banner? No, but there's value in that.
I didn't think they'd beat Minnesota. I thought Minnesota would beat them, and they won. So I'm surprised. So the reason I asked that, if you think they're going to be measurably better, maybe championship is too high in aspiration, but if they can become measurably better, and we could see that, then it answers itself. You can't put them out there. But if you're not going to be that much better, or you're still a first round out with those two guys and him on the bench, then just play him and finish out the run with LeBron and do it the right way. Show him his respect. But I don't care about the respect. But I don't see championship team either without him on the bench.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I see a team having more fun. I see a team that looks like they're more connected. But I don't know if that wins a playoff series. All I know is it's more fun.
That's fair. To something new, better for next year.
That's what I mean. I see a team that played with more energy. They're having more fun, and they beat Minnesota. But this is the third time they've done it, right?
Yeah, 3-0.
Right. So I don't know if this actually means they're going to win a series now or win two, but they certainly look like they're having more fun out there.
All three of those games against Minnesota were without LeBron.
Bing. So they've done it before.
It's not nothing. I'm not saying it's everything, but it's not nothing.
It's not nothing.
And I think that's the part that JJ and everybody else in that front office needs to figure out. We'll pick up and talk more about that. We got the far side coming up a little bit later than usual today because we've got the head coach of the UCLA women's basketball team, Gaucho legend Cory Close, will join us next. They're 31-1.
We should ask
DeMarco.
her what she would do.
We will ask her that. That's coming up next. Cory Close, the head coach of the Lady Bruins, right around the corner. DeMarco and Travis, ESPN LA.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. March is about making bold moves. So why are you still sitting on those old floors? Upgrade your home with the #1 seed in flooring, Hernandez Wholesale Flooring. Millions of in-stock options in hardwood, laminate, waterproof vinyl, carpet, and turf. With true wholesale pricing year-round. First responders, military veterans get extra savings, and if you find a lower price anywhere, they'll match it. Visit the showroom next to Commerce Casino off the 5 freeway or visit HernandezWholesaleFlooring.net. No games, no gimmicks, because no sale beats wholesale.
Why do we grill to order at Waba Grill? Because it's just better for you. Our Asian-inspired menu has high-quality proteins that are healthier for you. Like ribeye steak, wild-caught salmon, and shrimp. Introducing our new Chili Crisp Dumplings, a spicy twist on a Waba favorite. Bold, crunchy, and tossed, and fiery. Chili Crisp. That's our new Chili Crisp Dumplings. Get them today, only at Waba Grill. It's for you.
When it's game time, there's no room for hesitation, and you better believe GM John Good will make you a great deal at George Chevrolet. Whether you're rolling in a power-packed Silverado, loading up the family in a spacious Chevy Traverse, or going all electric, John Good has the great deal you want at George Chevrolet. Amazing pricing, zero pressure, and the next level Chevy vehicles you want are at George Chevrolet. Conveniently located off the 91 at Lakewood in Bellflower. Or shop at georgechevy.com. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
You never know what you're going to get when you wake up with Sedano and Cap.
Uh-oh.
I interrupted you to bring Sedano in, and I feel bad now. Bergman, when he has a meeting with me later and goes over the air check,
we're going to talk about this.
Yeah.
He's gonna hit me with a ruler and then spank me.
Because here's the thing.
And you'll like it.
He's going to not just like it. Give me more. The thing is
Thank you, sir. May I have another?
It's the morning show with Sedano and Cap. Weekdays starting at 7 a.m. on ESPN LA.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
710 ESPN.
KSPN, Los Angeles.
A good karma brands radio station.
It's DeMarco Farr and Travis Rogers.
Just all right.
All right. It was cool.
By the way, I think that's the first time I ever said I.
Afternoons with DeMarco and Travis rolls on.
Did I get it out in one piece? Did I
you did good. You did good.
Back to the guys.
All right, very excited to talk to our next guest. We are joined right now by the head coach of the UCLA women's basketball team, the 31-1 UCLA Bruins.
Wow.
Cory Close is joining us right now. Coach, how you feeling today? Thanks for coming on.
Hey, thanks for having me. I appreciate being with you guys. I'm doing great. Thanks for telling our stories and having me on.
Absolutely. So, and I certainly want to talk about your team, and I want to talk about how you got to 31-1 and everything that's going on. But I have a more important question as a fellow Gaucho. Are you ready, Cory?
Okay, let's go. Go Gauchos, yes.
McBurley's Countdown or Sam's to Go?
Wow.
Oh, Sam's to Go.
Okay.
What are you guys talking about? Can you?
These were the places that you would go to get libations on a Thursday night in Santa Barbara in the early 90s.
Okay. Watering hole.
Yes.
Nice. What's the joint called?
Sam's to Go. It's
Sam's to Go. Okay.
Sam's to Go, right next to Freebirds and Blenders. I mean, it's a one-stop shop right on down there. So I still vacation there every year, and I go to Blenders every single day.
Look at you. We need to go there. Let's do a broadcast from it. That'd be fun.
Done.
Let's do it.
Is DD Reese still open down there in Westwood? The cookie joint?
Yes, I actually ordered cookies from my neighbors as a thank you for looking after my house from DD Reese yesterday. So you can't go wrong with good DD Reese.
My brother was a Bruin, and I went to visit him when I was in high school, and he introduced me to DD Reese, and I swear I went back every 15 minutes. Every 15 minutes, I loved it. So you guys are on a hell of a roll. You're playing great basketball. We were talking about this earlier. College sports is changing. It's got to be tougher with the NIL era.
Yeah.
How are you able to keep all your players focused on one goal in this era of basketball?
Well, I think it's alignment and character, right? Being very clear about what our true mission is. We want to be competitive in the NIL landscape. You can't recruit without it now. I mean, it's just a reality of our business now. But I don't think it has to be mutually exclusive to the mission of our program. And we've really found women that really want both. They want to grow as women. They want to be a part of something greater than themselves. They are very proud about representing UCLA for all that it represents. And so I think we have really great leadership. Kiki Rice and Gabriela Jaquez, who have been with us for 4 years, could have gone multiple other places, have been, tampered with constantly, and have just stayed incredibly committed and loyal. And when you have two players like that, that trickles down to everybody else. And so everybody's been amazing that way. But I think you have to have, the right alignment with your values and mission, and you have to have leadership from within the locker room that reinforces your vision, and we have that.
Cory Close, the head coach of the UCLA women's team, joining us right now. Coach, your team is 31-1. You're going to get a number one seed in the NCAA tournament, and obviously you've had an incredible season. How difficult is it to coach your players when everything is going as well as it is? I've heard coaches say for a long time in every sport, it's much easier to coach your team after a loss than it is after a win.
Yeah.
What if you don't lose very often?
Yeah, I think that's my challenge. Actually, today's practice, I was sort of getting myself ready because I sort of got to be a jerk, because I'm trying to create, create this edge going in that's, you're manufacturing it in some ways because human nature is going to want to relax for a second, want to take a deep breath. I mean, we're getting patted on the back everywhere we turn, and I think that trying to understand, just the excellence, the attention to detail, the intensity that we're walking into, and I need to create that in practice right now, so that by the time we're going into games, they feel like they're 1-31, that not 31-1. I'm exaggerating. Obviously, there's a confidence that they've earned, and I love that, and I sure don't want to get in the way of that. But I am trying to create that edge right now.
When I was at school, I was terrified of our women's basketball coach. I've never heard such language. And I played football. Oh, my God. She terrified me. But, I mean, I guess it's the sport. You got to get the best out of your players, and she did that, and you're doing that right now. We took our little league, our 10 under group to come see you. We had 30 little basketball players come see you, and we taught off Lauren Betts. This is how we want our bigs to play. This is how she does. Look what she does.
Yeah.
Attention to detail. That sort of. Can you tell me about Lauren Betts and what makes her tick so I can tell my players?
Lauren Betts is a unicorn, so it's a little bit of a tall task to ask your youth ones to be Lauren Betts. But that being said, she has put in serious work in the fact of she, I think that one of the biggest things you can do as a favor to the youth is that get them to not stand tall, because usually with bigs, when they come to college, I have to have them unlearn all the things that they have learned growing up because they got rewarded for all the wrong things. They got rewarded for standing tall and just standing, peg-legged. They got rewarded for, just leaving their feet and blocking shots and being bigger than everybody else, and that doesn't work at the next level. So what makes Lauren so unique is that she can sit down low in a stance. She can switch out on a guard and keep them in front of her. She's worked on her versatility and her range. She puts her emphasis on defense first and offense second. And so all those things have led to her being, arguably the best player in the country.
You've obviously watched our team. How did you know I was doing that? Everything you said I felt like was a personal shot.
Well, it's not intentional, I promise.
But thank you. I wrote everything down.
Cory Close, the coach of the UCLA women's basketball team, joining us right now. And, you took your team to the Final Four last year for the first time, and obviously you're looking to go back. You're looking to go further than you did a year ago. And maybe this is kind of similar to what we were talking about before when your team is having so much success, but how do you get them ready to climb that mountain again? Doing it the first time is one thing, but doing it again, what are the challenges trying to get back to where you just went for the very first time and a little further?
Yeah, one thing that helps a lot is we got spanked. So, there's that memory of we don't want to feel like that again. That was embarrassing, and I think the biggest thing is it's so hard to anticipate. I've been going to the Final Four because our convention is there for 30-plus years, and so I knew a little bit, but even me going through it for the first time, I'm more equipped to lead through it. The amount of distractions, the amount of media, the amount of lights, the amount of things that are pulling on your attention, the challenge to keep the main thing, but still enjoy the experience, but not at the expense of your performance and your focus. And I think that we have a much better sense of what that looks like and what the roadmap is to that. Even where you eat and how you eat and who you allow in your team rooms and, just all these things that until you go through how different that is, it's hard to anticipate. And so I think we're in a better spot that way. But, the reality is I think that none of us intentionally felt this way, but I think the reality of us getting spanked is that I think there was a part of us that were like, okay, we made it to the Final Four for the first time since 1979. But, it was sort of like that was enough almost. And, of course, we didn't think that consciously, but I think now it really isn't enough. And we really are focused all year long. It's not just now that we're doing this. We've been talking about this. What are the habits? What got exposed? What's the roadmap? What are the standards for being a national champion? And one of the things I learned when I was with USA Basketball, the women's national team has won more gold medals than, it's just ridiculous success. And when I worked with USA Basketball, they never talked about gold medals, but they talked about gold medal habits all the time. And that's really what I've tried to do all year long is, okay, we now know what it feels like. We know what got exposed. And I don't care. March is happening now, and we started saying that in July. And so now we're just really having to lean on that the championship habits that we've been committed to create. And so, I was thrilled. One of the biggest ones was selflessness and being willing to, with this many great players, are you willing to pass up a good shot for a great shot? Are you willing to say, hey, you need me to just defend and rebound this game? I'll do it. You need me to come off the bench because we literally have 6 projected first-round draft picks, and you can't all start. The selflessness, and then in our championship game, we have 31 assists. Like that just tells me we're on the right track. So it's just all those little things to talk about championship habits.
Real quick, Cory, I just want to kind of follow up on something. You said, you got 6 first-round draft picks on your team. There's 5 spots on the court. You're going to have an uncomfortable conversation with a great player. How does that work? Because there's something going on in town here about a great player maybe needing to not be with the starting unit. How do you approach a tough conversation like that?
Well, it's tough because, I'll tell you, I had a gift because there were the first 2 games of the year, and I sat somebody that didn't like it too much, and we had to work through it. And but then I had this unbelievable young woman who's played in 2 Olympics say, Coach, can I meet with you? And I'm like, yeah. And she was a starter all last year. She said, I know who I am. I don't need to start. I just want you to trust me in pressurized moments. I'm willing to come off the bench all year. I know you have a really hard job. Who gets that from a first rounder who's played in 2 Olympics? That's Angela Dugalich. And so it's just talk about a put the team first kind of thing. It was unbelievable. So I actually got an easy way out. Yeah. I've had to have a lot of other hard conversations, but that one, I got a gift from an unbelievable young woman who wanted to just make sure the team had very little distraction.
Hear that, LeBron? A gift. I'm just saying. She didn't say it. I said it. But I was thinking, like women's basketball could be actually saving college sports in a way because football's different, basketball's different. Like we talked about it. March Madness used to be the thing for us, but now we don't recognize anybody on the floor. Women's basketball, it seems like you can grow up with the players. It seems normal to us, so that's cool. But I have to ask you this. Do you guys talk about national championships? Do you talk about championships day one when you start your camps, when you start your season? Do you lead with that?
Yeah, one time we talk about what are our expectations and objectives for the year, and then we reverse engineer what it will take to actually get there, and that's the only time we talk about outcomes or objectives or goals the rest of the year. I only talk about the habits that it takes to get there. And that's really Coach Wooden's influence on me. But even, Nick Saban, who's won more football national championships or, you just go down the line, he always says that outcomes are a distraction. And when you focus when you have a focus on the goal, that means you're not focusing on actually the process that it actually takes to get to the goal. And, I think that so many people can be distracted. And I've had so many people that have said to me, championship or bust, you got to cut down those nets. And I tell our players all the time, if I succumb to that, I'm being a terrible leader for you. Because if I'm focused on that, then I'm not focused on what you need from me today, how I'm living out that roadmap that we laid out of the objectives and the habits that we actually need. And so I want all my focus on the roadmap of what it actually takes to get there.
Cory Close, the head coach of the UCLA women's basketball team, joining us here on DeMarco and Travis on ESPN LA. And I started with the Gaucho question, and I'm going to close with the Gaucho question, Cory. You ready?
Yes, let's go.
All right.
I'm always like, go Bruins, go Gauchos. Okay, go ahead.
Did you make up your mind to go to UCSB in the same way that I did, that the second they took me to that first IV party on my recruiting trip, I'm like, where's the letter of intent? I'm in.
Actually, no. It's so funny. I'm a total red wine person now, but I didn't have a drink of alcohol until I was really in my 30s. So it's hilarious. But it did. I flew in and I went to the beachside bar and cafe off the plane, and I'm watching the sunset right from the beachside, and I'm like, this is not a bad gig. And so I was like, from that point on, I was like, bring it on. So I not only went to school there, but I coached there for 9 years. So I got a lot of Gaucho in me.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, consider that your portion was well taken care of by
sir.
me. So whatever you left on the table, I jumped on top of, Cory.
I'm glad you covered for me. Good job.
Yeah, I do my best. I'm a Gaucho through and through. Cory Close, the head coach of the UCLA women's basketball team, 31-1. They're going to be a number 1 seed in the NCAA tournament. Cory, we'll all be watching. We'll all be rooting for you. Thanks a bunch.
Hey, thank you so much, and come out to Pauley. We host the first 2 rounds. Get out there and watch us play, and let's sell this place out. That's another thing that's unique to the women's game. So come on out and support us. not this weekend, but next.
We'll be the two guys that are shirtless and painted up. That'll be us.
Perfect. I can't wait to see it.
Thanks, Cory.
All right, talk to you later. Bye-bye now.
Take care.
Awesome.
That was
wow.
great. 31-1.
Now, what's the joint you're talking about now?
Well, I give her 3 choices.
Yeah, what's the IV?
Isla Vista. It's the little community where all the
Well, you got to
students
let
live.
us in on it. Come
Yeah.
on, IV.
Well,
okay.
We're talking Gaucho stuff, DeMarco. Just stay in your lane
First,
over there.
Greg is down in schools. Now you're being a snob. Come on.
Isla Vista is the little community where everybody that's not a freshman lives.
Oh, okay.
It's where you have your first appointment. It's just.
And they got alcohol there?
Well, it's campus.
It's campus.
It's not campus. It's off-campus housing. What did you do in your off-campus housing when you were 19
I was with her. I didn't
years
have my
old?
first drink until I was 30.
Yeah, sure.
Is DP on IV?
DP is in Isla Vista. It is the street that is overlooking the Pacific Ocean.
Yeah, and it's where a lot of drinking goes on.
Every street has a lot of that going on.
But that one's
DP
different.
has the most.
Yeah,
most? Okay.
Yeah, that's where I got my first minor in possession.
That you were not alone.
I was not alone. I got a minor in possession for walking down DP with
an open container.
An open container.
If you got one of those,
but he was being dumb.
I was being dumb.
Just stay in the living room. No, the cops don't come into the living room.
What were you
stay
doing?
on the patio. He was walking down the street with a beer.
Right? Yeah, we were walking
Why
down the
don't
street.
you put it in a cup?
the street with a beer.
Okay, hold on. So I saw no. Actually, I had it in a Gatorade bottle. But if you have any,
that's gonna trick him.
No,
Yeah.
I was like
Yeah, that's gonna
18.
fool him.
Okay.
Either way, what you have to do is you have to walk with a cup upside down so they know that there's no anything in it. Because no matter what, if even it's a red Solo cup, they will pull you over.
A red Solo cup.
But if it's anything,
No, but if it's you just to Greg's point, you hold it upside down. It's empty.
It's
I know,
empty.
but
No, it doesn't matter what it is. It has to be upside down. So I'm walking and I see cops ahead of me. And I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna drop this here, and I start walking away. And they go, hey, you, come here.
Wow.
Come here, finger right here.
I did avoid that. Some other things happened, but I did avoid
Okay.
that.
What's the punishment? They just pay a fine.
It's a
That's
ticket.
it.
It's a ticket.
That's it?
I had to go to like
Counseling.
court and
Okay.
counseling.
Inconvenience. You learned a lesson.
Yeah, one of my buddies did it too, and he had to go to AA for like 10 meetings.
Oh my God, that might have not been his first. You should be geeked, right, about UCLA. They're gonna have the number 1 seed. This is gonna be fun.
I love Cory Close. She was right though. They got blasted by UConn in the Final Four last year. So they better figure out what they did wrong in that game, and if they want to win it all, they have to go through them again.
I don't know why. Like the WNBA sometimes can be a struggle, but I love women's.
You nailed it.
I love women's college basketball.
You nailed it. The players stay long enough to know, and you're like, oh, I know her.
I know her.
And I know
Yes.
her, and I know her, and I know her.
Yes.
Whereas the men's game is like,
Who are you?
I don't know any of these guys.
Weren't you just in Auburn?
Right. And they're in the guys that are really talented.
Yeah.
They're there for a hot second, then they're in the league.
This is true.
Yeah,
Yes.
you get
Go
familiar-
Bruins. Yep.
When you know the players, you're going to get one way or the other.
You're gonna be
one of the
invested.
reasons we all hated Christian Laettner is because he was there the entire time.
Yes.
And it's like I have to watch this guy go to the Final Four again.
God, she called
Get
me
out of the way.
She called me out of my coaching though. How does she know that? That's what we
She's
talk
a coach.
about.
She's been the
oh my
head coach
God! If
since
you're big,
2011.
you think if you're tall, be tall, right? No, your girls get the rebound.
Peg legs
Oh,
is what she called it. Peg legs. LAFC is back in action. Call 213-799-0139. Call right now. And caller number 7 will score a pair of tickets to see LAFC take on St. Louis this Saturday at BMO Stadium. Catch the action live and support the black and gold only with ESPN LA. Visit LAFC.com/tickets for additional information and to purchase tickets. Caller number 7 at 213-799-0139 wins right now. Far Side coming up next is DeMarco and Travis, ESPN LA.
Don't miss the countdown to kickoff. Presented by BMO, official bank of LAFC.
Wow, Carlos Vela's going from El Rey to El Jefe. Carlos is back not as a player, but as part owner of LAFC. We'll get into that. We'll also preview LAFC's next match versus St. Louis. And don't miss Angel City forward Riley Tiernan as she joins the show to talk about Sunday's home opener at BMO. That's Countdown to Kickoff presented by BMO, Saturday at 3 p.m.
BMO presents Countdown to Kickoff, hosted by Mario Ruiz on ESPN LA.
Hey, everybody, it's Cappy here to talk to you about Prize Picks. And, of course, I want to remind you, first and foremost, download the Prize Picks app today. Use my code Cappy. Get $50 in lineups when you play your first $5 in lineups. That's code Cappy to get $50 in lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. So, listen, here's the thing. Right now, basketball season, you got to shoot your shot, man. Prize Picks, you get $50 instantly in lineups when you play your first $5. Come on, that's $50. They make every dunk, every dime, every board that much more exciting. I'm literally following the game while I'm on the Prize Picks app, and it's so easy to play. You just pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections. If you get them right, you're cashing in. Now, I like a little flex play because you don't have to get everything right to still win. But on the other hand, the power play, you got a much bigger shot. Prize Picks is a great way to put your takes to the test. So download the Prize Picks app, use my code CAPPY, K-A-P-P-Y, to get $50 in lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CAPPY to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, it's good to be right.
It's Chris Morales for VisionWorks. And let's be honest, how many of us wasted our tax refunds on really dumb things in the past? This year, don't do it. Do what thousands of people in OC and LA are doing and invest wisely in your vision. VisionWorks accepts most vision insurance plans, and their professional staff will help everyone maximize their insurance benefits. And if you don't have insurance, don't worry. The experts at VisionWorks will find options that work within your price range. See the world clearly. It really is life-changing. Better vision, better value. VisionWorks just makes sense.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. Do you feel like you're losing control of your finances? If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problem now by calling the experts at U.S. Tax Shield and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, so call now. 800-687-5192. That's 800-687-5192. U.S. Tax Shield. 800-687-5192.
And it is the DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show right here on ESPN LA.
The Far Side.
And it's time for the Far Side, presented by our friends at Highlands.
The Far Side.
Weekday afternoons at 4 p.m.
Time for the Far Side with DeMarco Far, right now on the Travis and DeMarco Afternoon Show on ESPN LA.
I want to say something, but it's very insensitive. It's just funny the position USA Baseball is in right now.
Well, we're getting to it.
It's funny. It's just funny, and who they have to depend on to move on. See, she's laughing.
Go Mexico.
I'm trying not to laugh, but it's funny how stuff comes around. But okay, so I did 2,000 feet on the VersaClimber. I told you about that, right?
That's a lot.
You know the coolest thing about it? One, it sucks. It's great for cardio. It actually counts as steps.
Oh, so you get your count, your ring closed.
So I can do something else other than, walk my butt off. But so I'm thinking about this as I'm on the VersaClimber, and I'm talking to one of the trainers, and Epic, the wrestler, who's in there. So he's on the little recumbent bike because he's recovering from a torn bicep, and the trainer was done for the day. We're just having this convo, and we were talking about, like, martial arts movies. There's another guy, there's an octagon in the middle of the gym. And there's a guy that trains people in there in martial arts, but he's actually an actor. So every now and then they'll be acting out a stunt scene.
Okay.
And it's so cool. It's like a Jet Li movie for free.
Yeah.
It's right there. So we were talking about all these movies and stuff and movies from the past, and I brought up Blind Fury. You ever heard of Blind Fury? Anybody?
I don't think I know
it's
that.
It's a Rutger Hauer movie.
Okay, I remember Rutger Hauer.
Yeah, he plays a blind samurai in Los Angeles.
Okay.
Think of the movie. This is the 80s.
Kind of feeling it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's one of them movies. So I'm looking up this Rutger Hauer stuff. I'm going down the rabbit hole, and I come across Blade Runner, the first one.
The Harrison Ford one.
The Harrison Ford one. And it's the scenes with him, and he's chasing Harrison Ford. He has no shirt on, and it's pretty compelling, intense stuff. But I'm looking at the world behind them, and what's the word? Is it dystopian? Dystopian, excuse me. So everything's dark. It looks dirty. It looks hopeless. It looks bleak.
Yes.
Right? And I always wonder, as I'm watching this stuff, I wonder how long it took for the world to get that way. Like, what was that world, that place, that city they're in? What did it look like 2 years before that? Or even a year before? Like, how did it get that bad so fast? And I'm thinking about this as I'm driving in, dodging bumpers and garbage on the freeway. I'm like, oh, it may have looked like this on the way. Just had me thinking. But the other thing is, and this is the real point, It's not that hard not to be a jerk these days. I
agree.
It's really, really easy to do the right thing. As in, and tell me how you guys feel. You're in the left lane and you're going 75. Okay, you're speeding, but you're not going breakneck speed, right? There's a guy that comes out of nowhere, and you see him in the review. They zoom up right to your butt. They're going 120.
Yeah.
You hate that.
Yeah.
Do you hate that? Does everybody hate that?
Yeah, it's awful.
What do you do?
Move to the right.
What do you do?
If I can safely get out of the way, I will get out of the way.
Okay.
Not me.
You just
Why?
Go ahead. Go around me.
I'm with him.
Go around me.
Why? It's not
driver.
that hard to move over.
Don't get in the car with me. I'm bad when it comes
I'm
to stuff
petty,
like
man.
that.
I'm
But what do
petty.
you win by doing that?
Nothing.
Nothing. Why? Just let him go.
No.
It's not that hard not to be a jerk.
I'm with you.
It
You're
depends.
the guy going 120, aren't you?
No, I'm the 75 guy. So I'll tell you what I do. Sometimes if I do a DeAndre or a Laura, I'll speed up to a speed I don't like.
Right.
You know what I mean? So now I'm going 90. I don't like this. And I'm the lead car. If you're going 90 ahead of me, I like that. Clear out the cops. You're smoky. I'm I'm the
They get the one in the back anyway.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So I don't want to be the lead car, but it's not that hard to move over. Just move over, let the guy go by, and zip. Everybody goes on about their day.
So what the real move is, though?
Yes.
Sorry, what the real move is, you go up, you speed up and get to a car that's next to you, and then just go about the same exact speed as the car next to you.
Do you do that?
And
do you do that?
Yes. I love that. I love that.
And then they're stuck, and they can't go anywhere, and they want to go 120, but they have to go down to 65, and it's so good. It feels so good.
Why do you do that? Why does that feel good?
It was so
thought I
good on a
was
2-lane
petty.
highway. It's amazing.
You're worse. I thought I was
so
petty. I
jerkish
don't
to
do
me.
that. I don't do that. I don't do that.
Travis is so mad now.
DeAndre,
You're
I need
the
you.
face of everybody out there now.
I need you to do something for me. I need you to cut what he just said, and I need you to send it to me, because every time, and I don't drive particularly fast. We've talked about this. I kind of drive like an old lady. Like 75 is the absolute outer limits of how fast I drive.
Right.
I don't drive very
Maybe
fast.
80 if I'm passive.
Yeah. I kind of sit somewhere between 70 and 75. But occasionally I get behind people that are actually kind of slow. And for them, with this scenario assignment, I am the guy that's pulling up on them.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't happen. But every time I get frustrated, when all of a sudden you have two cars going exactly the same speed right next to each other, I will start screaming, saying, one of you needs to go faster or slower. They're doing it on purpose. And Susan will always say to me, no one does it on purpose.
Yeah, they do.
You just brought it up, completely unaware that
They do.
They
Thank you.
do it on purpose.
Can I add to what Greg just said as far as speeding up and going next to the car that's driving slow? It's always fun. I'm not gonna lie to you, I get enjoyment of seeing them right behind me, and you can see they're just inching closer to my back bumper, and they're like going all the way to the far right lane.
Oh, yeah.
How am I going to get around
Why
this
does
car?
that make you laugh? Why? It's so dangerous. Just let the guy go.
I love it.
Right.
I got a
Everybody
video
goes
next
along with
time.
it. They look
I
at
just
him.
put my phone behind
Me and you. Look at him.
Is this just we've been around the block a few more times than him, and we just understand it's not worth it?
Must be.
No.
Yeah. Must. I cannot believe we're getting this over. No,
Wait.
I can believe we're getting this over.
Let me tell you
Yeah.
why. I'm the person that will not let them go, because I've been the nice person that's like, all right, bleep it. Go in front of me. And what the bleep do they do? Go like 50. And now they're making me slow. And I was like,
no,
nah,
that's
nah.
different. If you
So
cut
now,
in front of me to go slower, I'm mad. Yeah.
Now I don't let people in because I'm like, nah, bruh, I got places to be too, and you're being dumb, so too bad.
So
Stick it to
simple.
the back.
Just bam, we're all good. Everybody's happy.
I just want to get home.
Thank you.
Don't speed around me. I don't need you speeding.
If I get home,
You own the road. It's your road.
If I get home,
It's your road. It's
70 minutes.
Yeah,
that's fine.
That's
if
what
it
I'm
takes
saying.
me 78 minutes, that's fine. I just want to get home.
Yeah, Andre, I'm surprised at you. Really?
Why?
You, of all people, I'm surprised at.
Why? Why him, not
Greg
me?
doesn't surprise me at all. That actually makes sense.
That does make sense.
It makes
You
a little
make
bit of
sense.
But it's fun. Like, honestly, I don't want you speeding so much around me, and you're going to cause issues and possibly hit other cars, hit
Well,
me.
you're causing issues by doing what you're doing.
So you're going to make me change 3 lanes to get around you.
I'm going to, if I'm in the 1 lane and you want to get to the 5 lane to get back to the 1 lane, that's on you. Just don't hit other people and cause me
He's
to
a
not
Tesla driver, bro. See, I'm telling
hold
you.
it down. We'll hold it down for the normal people out
Society
there.
is coming unhinged.
Right?
This is why we can't get on the same page on anything.
You see
because
where I
the easy
started?
stuff we're not even
Thank
getting
you.
figured out.
This next thing you know, it's Blade Runner time.
Come on,
Because of Greg.
DeAndre.
And we have a situation in the world where we don't know that 3-1 and 3-1 and 3-1 goes to a blanking tiebreaker, and the guy in charge of it doesn't understand it, and we're getting into that next. It's DeMarco and Travis, ESPN LA.
Purple and gold-blooded. The Lake Show play here.
Tomorrow, it's an East versus West contest at Crypto.com Arena. The purple and gold welcome the Bulls to LA Live.
Here's Luka. Step back. Three-pointer. Good again.
It's Lakers versus Bulls. Coverage begins tomorrow night at 6 p.m.
Every dribble, every dunk. This is the home of the Lakers. 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
We've all heard mortgage rates have finally moved down. So if you've gotten a mortgage in the last 2 years, contact the Loan Exchange to check on lowering your mortgage payment. Today, the Loan Exchange is offering a 30-year fixed free closer loan at 5.75% rate and APR. That's right, there are no closing costs. Wow, you can lower your monthly payment without increasing your loan balance. Isn't it worth a few minutes of your time to find out how much the Loan Exchange can lower your payment? By the way, if rates go down further next year, you can do the same thing again without any closing costs. Call the Loan Exchange at 855-752-9944 or go to theloanexchange.com for a free closer 30-year fixed rate and APR of 5.75%. NMLS 1637539. Loan subject to credit approval. See website for licensing information, loan terms and conditions. Equal housing lender. Call 855-752-9944 or visit theloanexchange.com.
Hey, Ty Pennington here, back teaming up with Pechanga Resort Casino to give away another brand new house. Imagine yourself in an amazing, fully furnished, multi-million-dollar home in beautiful Orange County. All you need to do is play your favorite slots or table games at Pechanga Resort Casino. It's that easy. Visit Pechanga every Saturday to activate your entries for a chance to win a lucky key to the May 30th grand finale. I'll see you there.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Harry Douglas here to tell you about Confetti Craze 5-Hour Energy. It tastes just like the best birthday cake ever. Vanilla, buttery, frosting vibes. It's basically a party in a bottle. Confetti Craze makes it easy to turn any day into a party with its delicious birthday cake flavor and big birthday energy. And here's the best part. All cake, no sugar. I bring these tiny bottles everywhere to cakeify my day with tasty caffeine boosts. The Funfetti flavor is back on 5hourenergy.com or on Amazon. Crack open a Confetti Craze 5-Hour Energy shot today.
This is going to be fun. I like this.
It's DeMarco Farr and Travis Rogers.
Isn't it cool?
It's so good.
Afternoons with DeMarco and Travis rolls on.
Hey. Why are you laughing?
Back to the guys.
It is driving me out of my mind. I want credit from all four of you for controlling myself for an hour and 33 minutes before getting into Mark DeRosa.
You know,
and
I
his
give you a lot
idiocy.
of credit.
What a dummy.
I thought you would have snapped the first time we saw you.
I
really did. I thought you would snap.
It's worthy of snapping over.
It is. It's embarrassing.
It is embarrassing. And I think everybody's aware of what happened, but just very quickly, kind of let me lay out what we're talking about. The Italians and the Mexicans are playing in the final game of Pool, I believe it's B. And right now, the Italians are beating the Mexicans 1-0 in the second inning. The reason this game has become incredibly important is because the Americans lost to the Italians yesterday. This, despite the fact that they needed to win the game to guarantee themselves a place in the quarterfinals. Yesterday morning, Mark DeRosa went on his own talk show. Mark DeRosa is a talk show host on Hot Stove on MLB Network, and went on with his fellow High Heat. I'm sorry, High Heat. Thank you. And he said the following when talking about getting ready for the Italy game last night.
I'm going to get some guys off their feet, no question about it. I'd like to get Goldie a start, and he has been awesome, just a leader of men behind the scenes with Aaron Judge. I'd like to get him in there. I'd like to get Gunnar in there again. Ton of respect for Italy. It's weird. We want to win. We want to win this game, even though our tickets punched to the quarterfinals, because Mexico plays Italy actually tomorrow.
Here's the problem with what he said. Follow me on this. Their ticket wasn't punched.
Oh boy.
They had not guaranteed themselves a seat in the quarterfinal round. They needed to win that game to punch their ticket. Now, they can still get in if Italy wins today.
Okay.
They can still get in if Mexico wins and scores more than 5 runs. But there's a scenario that exists.
Scores more than 5?
More than 5.
Oh, more than 5.
If if Mexico wins this game by a score of 4-0, 4-1, 4-2, or 4-3, the United States is out.
Wow.
They didn't get their ticket punched. Bryce Harper didn't play. Alex Bregman didn't play. He left Ryan Yarborough out there to get his brains beaten in, despite the fact that run differential actually matters. And then he said, well, I misspoke. No. You just said you took guys off their feet, and then you said, oh, guys came in, they were hanging a little bit. In other words, hung over.
They were hung over. Wow.
How does the manager of the damn team not know the rules of the tournament?
I don't know. I isn't there a czar of baseball? Doesn't he have a check and balance system?
He should. But even if there is, he needs to know the rules. He needed to go to somebody and say, we're in. Yes, no matter what the result of our game against Italy, we're in. Because somebody said, no, you're not. The Italians haven't lost a game yet. The Italians beat you. That Mexican game the next day matters a great deal. They gave up a bunch of runs to Brazil early in the tournament. Because it's such a compacted little event, it comes down to run differential if you go to tiebreakers.
Right.
Every run you give up matters. Well, every run you score matters. And that they didn't know this is inexcusable.
Okay, to you baseball seam heads, why is a talk show host in charge of our best baseball team ever assembled?
He played the game, and he was the manager 3 years ago in 2023 when they went to the finals. So it's a very much it's like ceremonial to be. You shouldn't have to do anything.
It shouldn't be ceremonial. I'm with you. I'm with you.
As of now, it is ceremonial.
But they're trying to turn this thing into an event. They're trying to turn this into the equivalent of the World Cup or the Olympic basketball tournament or the Olympic hockey tournament. The reason we have our best team ever is because we got tired of losing this thing. We've only won it once. The Japanese have won it 3 times. We've only won it once. Steve Kerr is not a ceremonial coach with Team USA in the Olympics. Steve Kerr said, hey, Tyrese Halliburton, sit down. You're not playing because we want to go win these games. He didn't say, let's go get drunk tonight and come in hanging the next day and we'll run out our second best guys. DeRosa is a talk show host. I know he played in the league, but we're putting NHL coaches on the bench of these hockey teams. We're putting NBA coaches on the bench of these basketball teams. We're taking national team coaches and putting them on the sidelines of World Cup games. We're not taking talk show hosts and putting them in there.
You don't feel that way?
And you're certainly not putting a talk show host in there who doesn't know the damn format.
No, I do. I totally agree with it. They should be doing that. But as it is right now, that's just not what it is. And you have one job. Mark DeRosa has one job, know the rules, because he should be able to just put up a lineup and say, hey, do I want to put Schwarber ahead of Aaron Judge or behind Aaron Judge today? And that's basically all it is. Putting the guys out there to just know how to play and play the game the right way and win games and just bash home runs, that's already set. Know the rules of the game. That's the only thing. And don't go on high heat saying things wrong, and then you have Matt Vasgersian being like, oh, yeah, that's totally right.
He agreed?
Yeah,
I don't think anybody had really actually thought about whether or not that was right. I think everybody just assumed that DeRosa was right and just kind of went along with it.
I never thought USA Baseball would lose to Italy.
They probably shouldn't, but those guys are big leaguers too. Now, they're not stars the way that the American players are.
I underestimated them. I way underestimated
So did they.
Yeah, right.
And now they're up 1-0 on Mexico.
So did they. And I'm with you, Greg, that had this been, hey, you made a bad pitching change, or why did Aaron Judge bat behind Bryce Harper instead? Then we can talk about that. But knowing the rules is priority number one. But what did all of these guys say? I want to represent my country. I want to do this. Okay, so if we're going to care, let's care.
I'm with you.
The Dominicans care. The Venezuelans care. The Mexicans care.
We
the
both agree
Japanese
on this.
care.
If they get what they need, if Italy wins, and I think it's Forza Italia, that means go Italy.
Mm-hmm.
So if Italy wins, done. If they get over this hump and get past this hurdle, I think USA Baseball wins the whole thing, just based on this embarrassment.
I don't disagree.
They're heavy favorites.
Yes,
So we should.
I really do. And now they have something to prove.
The Americans?
Yeah, the Americans.
They're favorites, but they're not heavy favorites.
Well, they're favorites. Yeah. But either way, at what point in that game yesterday against Italy did someone call down to Mark DeRosa and say, "Hey, you know what? You have to score runs. You're down too big. We're not out yet."
I'm sure that happened.
Somewhere around the time he yanked Ryan Yarborough out of the game.
It was 8-0 at that point.
That's what I'm saying. That look, there's an expression in baseball, and it happens to even the very best teams. Sometimes you got to wear it. Hey, we're not winning today. Just go out there. I'm not going to burn through 6 pitchers. We're going to burn through 1. You're going to go out there. You're going to get your head kicked in today.
We call it punting in the game.
Sorry, right? You're gonna have to wear it. You can't do that in a tournament like this. Every run matters. You're going to need to make it. Now, I understand he didn't have a lot of great options, but Yarborough clearly was not the guy.
McLean was not pitching
McLean was not the guy. McLean, by the way, will be the guy that pitches in the championship round if, in fact, they can get there. But the way that the Dominicans have approached this, the way that the Japanese have approached this, the way that pretty much all of these teams that have a chance to win it with the exception of the Americans, you don't show up for a game when your ticket hasn't been punched and, air quote, get guys off their feet. I want to get this guy a start because he's a good guy.
Yeah, it's disrespectful.
Once you get into the knockout round, sure. If I got a game to play with and it literally doesn't matter, do whatever the heck you want.
Yeah.
But it did matter, and that they didn't know.
You should, as a favorite, you should prove like you want to win this thing. It's important to you. It should matter because, like you said, when they matter, it makes the whole tournament better. And I'm with you on that. But 2 things. Wasn't it McNabb that didn't know the rules once with a tie?
In the playoffs,
and he admitted that was embarrassing.
Neither did Kyle Shanahan.
He missed that too, and that's inexcusable, and you can't excuse that. The other thing is when we said, like, you can't have a talk show host as a coach, didn't the Lakers hire one?
That's shots from DeMarco.
No, I just
first at Trudell, now at JJ.
It just dawned on me. I'm like, didn't the Lakers just do the same thing?
And I'll tell you what, if JJ Redick doesn't know the rules of an NBA game,
I think
we'll
he knows
have a
the
problem.
Rule. I think he knows the rule.
Steve Kerr did the same thing. He came off he was hosting.
He also had been on a bench for a very long time. He had been an executive for a very long time. He had done a lot of these things. Mark DeRosa, that's my phone. Don't mind that.
I thought we got in trouble.
Yeah, I don't know. Somebody's calling me. Yeah, it's you've shown that you're not taking it as seriously as other teams by doing what you've done. You're showing that you want this to be important, but not really.
Right.
You know, that the way that the Puerto Ricans play, the way that the Mexicans play, the way that the Japanese play, the way that the Dominicans have played, the way that they've approached these games, it's different.
It is.
It's just different, and you can't tell me that attitude of your manager hasn't permeated the room. That if he thought it was through, if I said to you, hey guys, we want to go out there and win tonight, but we're good. We've punched our ticket. My competitive juices are down some, maybe not by half, but hey, it doesn't matter. Okay, I'm going to make sure that I'm getting what I need to get done. But
there's a switch that turns off.
Yes,
as
opposed to hey.
We
win
this game.
We win this game tonight. We're into the next round. Let's go out there and get it.
Yeah. We can't go out and get drunk.
I just
Greg,
don't
you're not
get
embarrassed at all?
No, of course I am.
Oh,
but that's why you play. They were playing Paul Goldschmidt. Kershaw was warming up in the bullpen. Like that right there.
They needed Kershaw.
They almost needed him. But the fact that he was warming up to play meant that they just didn't care about the game whatsoever. Hey, let's get Kershaw out there and just let him throw a couple of innings.
Matter.
They thought it didn't matter.
They thought it was a formality.
So I really would want to know, when did someone get to him like, hey, buddy, you can't do this.
Do you agree with me?
If they lost 8-0, they're out.
Well, no. If Italy won, they'd still be in.
Oh, yes, if Italy won.
See, you don't know the rules.
Yeah.
Shaw College.
Do I agree with you with what? That was a good line. I like that. That was good. Good. Brought it back. I like that.
I do think that at some point, because you could almost feel the wait, what did you say?
Yeah.
We're not in? Okay, guys, hey, bring it in. Bring it in real quick.
You got to score some runs.
You
now.
know that thing I said before the game about punching our ticket? That's wrong. My bad.
If you're hammered right now,
sober
up.
My bad.
Up now.
Sorry your manager didn't know the format of the tournament. What are we doing
Why didn't
here?
the team, though, know?
Okay,
Well,
that's
they're
a fair
players.
question.
They're players.
I'm with you on this one.
They're players. They take
If
marching
your
orders.
manager
Yeah.
came in and said, hey, this doesn't matter, I'm not going to go double-check his math. Now, you're to your point, maybe they just should have known anyway, but maybe I'm assuming you know more about the format than I do. My job is to get a hit. My job is to throw a pitch. My job is to block
Aaron
a ball
Judge
in the
didn't do
dirt.
that.
I got a lot to worry about. See, there's Aaron Judge again. I don't begrudge him striking out.
It's hard to get a hit.
It is hard to get a hit, but it seems like it's always him.
You know why?
Yeah.
And I'm
And he's
look,
great.
I'm an Aaron Judge apologist,
Yeah.
so take it for what it's worth. You know why he's always in a situation? Because he's always on a really good team.
He's
because
always
his
good.
team's always in a position to do really well because he's really good.
But when he was up, did you have full confidence he was going to make something happen? Did you?
No, I thought he was going to do exactly what he did. You know, it's really, I was talking about it on the Blue Review with Marcus just this morning. He's amazing. He's the second best player in all of baseball. He's like 6'10", like he's just a massive human being that just hits massive home runs, and he's great. I just feel like he's not as great as he is. And I just look at him like, you're not that good. And I don't know why. He is. I know he is. Maybe I'm just thinking of Game 5
He's
when he
had some
dropped the
bad
ball.
moments where everybody was watching.
Where he struck out in big moments, and he struck out a ton in the World Series against the Dodgers.
I'm not saying this is how this is going to go. You know what you just described, Greg. You know who else had that reputation for his entire career right up until he didn't? Barry Bonds.
I knew it. Yep.
Barry Bonds, through the Pittsburgh days and through the early San Francisco days, he's the best player in the league, but he sucks in the playoffs.
Well, yeah, and then they didn't win.
But it wasn't because he wasn't great.
No.
He was Barry Bonds. And then it's like all of a sudden the maths. It's like Barry Bonds is awesome. Barry Bonds is going to get Aaron Judge is awesome. I agree with you that there is a little bit of that.
There's just something. You're like, why aren't you better? You're the second best player in the world, but why aren't you better?
It's center stage, man.
Yeah.
It's you're out front and you fail in front of everyone. We're going to remember. Just
Guaranteed,
like if
he's going to deliver at some point a lot. You know this.
I think so.
Baseball, he's too good not to.
Totally agree.
Yeah.
He hasn't yet, so I keep going like, you should be better than you are.
I'm with you. I told him, I said, it seemed like Shohei does it now. You said it. Shohei seems to show up when the moment matters the most. And the guy I saw that always seemed to get a hit when it mattered was Pujols. Every single time it called for him to be a hero.
Kike Hernandez is
he
like
did.
that.
Same thing. They always step up. Yeah.
There are some guys that it feels like stay kind of what they are. I think Derek Jeter is a really good example
Great
of that.
one.
Like
Yeah.
Derek Jeter was really good during the regular season. Derek Jeter was really good in the playoffs. There are guys that elevate their games a little bit. Kike Hernandez, I think, is a great example of this. And there are guys that tail off a little bit.
He's one of them.
I think Clayton Kershaw is an example of that. That Clayton Kershaw's
That's a
had
great
a
example.
lot of struggles in the playoffs, and he's a great player, but it's like, that's where's that guy every time?
Yeah, you unlock the door. I'm waiting for Chris to come running in.
It is 1-0. Italy is beating Mexico. Mexico is batting in the bottom of the third inning. Again, if Italy wins, the U.S. is going to advance to the knockout round with Italy. If Mexico wins, the score matters. Mexico scores more than 5. Team USA also advances. Mexico scores 4 or less and wins. Mexico and Italy advance.
Is there any part of you whatsoever that kind of hopes that it happens?
Yes.
What?
That Mexico wins and they win 4-1.
Yes.
And then USA is out.
Because you don't want
Why?
somebody to get rewarded for being a bonehead.
For being a dumb.
No, I want
Yeah.
a second chance at this.
I don't.
I don't want to be
Agreed.
out because this guy's a moron. And I don't want to call the guy a moron, but this is a moron
It
thing.
was a moronic decision.
Yes, I don't want to be out because of that dude. I want another shot at
I
this.
don't like when stupidity slips through the
Rewarded.
cracks.
Well, he's got to earn it from here. What if he?
But he's not earning. This is just blind ass luck at
You
this point.
need luck, but
Yeah.
what if from here DeRosa makes it up and he's great from here?
They should tie him in the clubhouse and gag him and not let him make
Every
a single
travel
decision.
ball dad is so mad. You don't know the
Luis
rules.
Ortiz.
Yeah.
Oh, he just did the biggest dummy move ever.
Bad base running.
Bad base running. There was one out. There was a pop fly into center field. Luis Ortiz took off and went to third. And they got a double play because they just walked the ball to first. And
Well, maybe
double
he thought
play.
his ticket was punched.
There you go. Right.
It's
Or
Mark
he's
DeRosa.
hungover.
Join ESPN LA for a Lakers watch party and live remote broadcast next Monday, March 16th. That is at Bar Louie in Downey. Beto Duran goes live at 5 with Lakers pregame before tip-off. You can watch with fellow fans, enjoy ice-cold Michelob Ultra, and enter for a chance to win tickets and exclusive gear. Don't miss out. That's next Monday, Bar Louie in Downey with ESPN LA and Michelob Ultra, the official beer sponsor of your Los Angeles Lakers. Bam Adebayo, 80 3 points. Second most ever. Bam Adebayo. What? That's next. It's DeMarco and Travis, ESPN LA.
Hey, Ramily, Rams fans, calling all Rams fans. D. Farr here, number 75, remember? Been with the team for a long time as a player, now as a broadcaster. We have seen some incredible moments, especially in the McVay era. Playoff runs, championship seasons, history made on the field. Who remembers Aaron Donald pointing to his finger? That was awesome. What's about to happen in Australia coming up soon, that is something none of us have ever seen. The NFL, the National Football League, is playing his first ever regular season game in Australia. Let me say that again. The NFL is playing in Australia this year, and this is your chance to be a part of it. True Fan Travel is putting together an unforgettable trip for Rams fans, just for the Ramily. 5 nights in Australia, round-trip flights, hotel accommodations, all-inclusive events, and an exclusive tailgate that's going to be the bomb. And, of course, you get tickets to the game. They handle everything. All you got to do is show up and have a blast. Just enjoy the experience. If you've ever wanted to follow the Rams somewhere truly special, this is your opportunity. This is it. Don't miss it. Secure your spot right now at truefantravel.com. That's truefantravel.com. Join me in Australia, and I'll see you down under.
Mornings in LA start with Sedano and Cap.
Now, Cappy, when Michael told him he had 7 stocks, did you know what he meant?
Yeah, he's like, you've got like Amazon, Meta.
Weekdays starting at 7 a.m. on ESPN LA.
You've got NVIDIA. NVIDIA is definitely in the portfolio.
It's a good one to have.
You know, I mean, you got Microsoft in there.
Tesla.
You know, yeah, you got Apple. You know, you got a nice portfolio of 7 stocks. Yeah, pretty nice portfolio.
When he said that, I was like, oh, there's no way Cappy knows. But Cappy, you got to know. Come on, it's not that hard.
To be honest with you, I didn't even hear what he said. I actually thought he said like 7 stops. I didn't even hear that he said
I
stocks.
kind of was wondering, too.
The Morning Show with Sedano and Cap. Weekdays starting at 7 a.m. on ESPN Los Angeles, the ESPN LA app, and streaming live on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
Why do we grill to order at Waba Grill? Because it's just better for you. Our Asian-inspired menu has high-quality proteins that are healthier for you. Like hormone-free chicken, ribeye steak, wild-caught salmon, and shrimp. Introducing our new Chili Crisp dumplings. A spicy twist on a Waba favorite. Bold, crunchy, and tossed, and fire. Chili Crisp. That's our new Chili Crisp dumplings. Get them today. Only at Waba Grill. It's for you.
Switching to Progressive is a game-winning call. And that reminds us of other game-winning calls in the history of sports.
So it was the 4th quarter and we're down by 5. Sweat pouring down my face. Suddenly it hit me. If only I could wrap part of the towel around my forehead. And that's how I became the first basketball player to wear a headband.
Okay, not really a game-winning call, but it was a good call. You can make one too. Switch to Progressive and you could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, U.S. Tax Shield can help you take back control. The IRS can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Our team of tax attorneys can stop collections and get you protected. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the BBB, so call 800-494-6139. U.S. Tax Shield, 800-494-6139.
And it is the DeMarco and Travis afternoon show. 4 o'clock in the Southland. You know what that means. Time for Tip or No Tip. Tip or No Tip. With producer Laura. Tip or No Tip time. Take it away, producer Laura.
Thanks, Chris. And we will get to Bam Adebayo and his 83 points. And no tip for me. But, okay, we'll get to that later. All right, guys. I wanted to share this story with you guys, even though I know we're all booed up, okay? But this caught my eye. A woman went viral with over 2 million views on TikTok because she shared that she had gone on a 3rd date with a doctor. She mentioned that she has vertigo. There's certain things that she did not like, and ice skating was one of them because of her vertigo. The guy comes back to her and says, "Hey, don't hate me. I booked us ice skating for a 3rd date. Don't worry, I'm a doctor." And she quickly said, you know what? I'm not going to go on that date. Thank you very much. And I hope you listen to your patients the way better than the way you listened to me when I told you that I did not like such dates. So tip or no tip, I want to know if you guys ever fumbled a date that bad.
Oh, plenty. Yeah. Yeah. Lots.
I want to know.
I mean, just stupid stuff that goes wrong right off the bat, and we're done. The night's over before it even got started. Plenty of times. Oh, yeah. Just doing dumb stuff. Showing up late.
Okay, but that's not bad. If she told you, hey, I have vertigo.
Yeah.
And I can't go ice skating, and then you book said thing.
That's
pretty bad.
The one that stands out was I was going on a date in San Fran, and she told me she was allergic to shellfish, and we went to a seafood restaurant.
Yeah, that's
there.
And she
that's close.
She was dead on, like, you didn't listen to me at all. I'm like, nah.
You wanted some crab. What do you want? Yeah.
And then I wanted a nice chippino.
Yeah, there you go. Right.
2-0 Italy, another home run for the Italians. So middle of 4, Italy 2, Mexico none.
Come on, Mexico.
The problem with it is everybody's had bad dates, and everybody's thought, like, we'll go to this restaurant, and it turns out to be a disaster because it's crowded or the food sucks or the waiter's rude or whatever it is.
Indian Mexican fusion, Christian.
But the idea of, I do not want to do this, much less I do not want to do this for a specific medical reason, and he books it anyway?
Because he's a doctor.
Can I make a prediction? He didn't want to see her again.
No.
That sounds about right.
This was him being a little bit of a coward, and instead of saying, you know what, I'm not feeling this, I'm gonna make you break. That's kind of a guy move. You break up with me, I don't want to do it. It's easier if you just cut me loose.
Okay, why is that a thing? Like, if you don't want
easy that way.
Yeah.
If you don't like, I don't have.
I want to date you, but if you're not
I don't
feeling
want to hurt
it,
your
I get
feelings.
it.
There you go.
Screw that. I'll hurt your feelings all day long. I want to date you.
Yeah.
Right,
But that's fine. I don't care if you hurt mine, but I don't want to hurt yours. So instead of me telling you, I don't like you, I don't want to see you anymore, I'm just going to be a jackass until you cut me loose. And then I'm like, oh, well, you're right. But that's what happened.
I mean, you're talking to the guy that's been with his wife since they were
I'm
like
not
12.
talking to Trav. I'm talking to the guy that booked the ice skating. Like, man up, bro.
That's bad. Anybody ever have vertigo? Know anybody with vertigo?
My mom.
No, that sounds
Your
awful.
mom with vertigo?
My mom has vertigo.
What does it feel like? Like, what happens?
She gets really dizzy and, like, she has to sit. Like, the way she explains is, like, everything's moving and she just has to sit.
Yeah, I think you're right. You want to go out with her again.
Yeah.
That's a good way to break up. I like that.
I don't know. Bad guy.
Got another one?
Guy. I have a few. Sorry. So another viral video on TikTok. A server from Hooters. We talked about Hooters not too long ago.
It's an owl.
Yeah. So a server from Hooters was asked by a patron there, did you even graduate high school? So she went on a rant on TikTok because the guy was, being a jerk or whatever. And she said, actually, I'm currently in law school and about to graduate and I'm 24 years old. So brilliant girl, but he was trying to make her look dumb. So I want to know, if someone insults you while you're working, it's kind of fair to clap back a little bit. Tip or no tip?
If somebody insults you at work?
Yeah, it says work. This is work. I'm saying while you're working, like you're a server.
You know who I'm thinking about, right?
That's all we do around here.
Right.
Oh, my.
But we have a different type of job.
Right.
But still, like, the question is, like, we clap back at people on
All the
Twitter
time.
all the time, on the YouTube chat.
This is
It's
a
just
waitress.
typical.
Okay, I'll
kind of the
change
part of the
it.
job.
Laura, context matters.
Yes.
If you have a job where confrontation is part of the job, then nobody's going to be offended. But the risk the server runs is if her manager has her back, then absolutely she should fire back at that guy.
Absolutely.
That if you're insulting my intelligence for, just because I'm working in a certain place or whatever it is, but if the manager is operating under the customer is always right philosophy, she may lose her job. Now, that the manager's not doing his job. You got to back your employees, but you better.
I wouldn't stand for it.
I wouldn't either.
If I was at the next table, I would say something.
Were you guys ever managers at any place that you worked at? Because I was, and I was really young, and I would always have my crews back, especially because the people that I was managing were also really young.
Yeah.
And I would always get in trouble with management above me, always, because they're like, you can't do that. Customers always are. I was like, no, they're not. They're really not. That I'm a customer, and sometimes I'm a bleak.
It's tough to be a manager and have something like that. You have to, it's very difficult balance between the two.
Yeah, trust me, I know.
Well, now.
I've known before. I've been a manager before, but I'm just saying, like, I was probably like 19 when I had my first manager job, And I hated when people would treat, I'll just say, I was at McDonald's. So, most of my people were like 15, 16 first
part-time
job.
workers.
Yeah. And they're like kids.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they're getting like their heads chopped off from like someone because their fries were cold or whatever. The ice cream machine's not working. It's like, dude, can't do nothing about certain things.
Ease
you know
up.
what I mean?
It's a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Relax.
Be a human being.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got 5 more. It might be Greg, though. Greg will just, block the line.
I mean, Greg's the guy that went after somebody because they didn't tip them.
I did go outside and go run after you.
Somebody who didn't tip them.
Someone didn't tip me at a BJ's one time, and I went outside and said, hey, so what was wrong? I thought it was pretty good service.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Did they get the
say?
They were saying, oh, I think I just gave you the wrong thing. I'm like, oh, no, I got both of them here.
There you go.
And then they left.
That's so
Then they just walked away?
And then they go, oh, yeah, sorry. I'm
Did
like,
they
okay.
tip you?
Well, then, no. But then I had to go back. I mean, I'm if you don't tip me and I didn't give you bad service, at the time, I felt you have no right not to tip me.
Yeah.
If you don't have enough money to tip, you shouldn't be going out to go eat.
Have you ever given someone bad service?
Yeah, of course.
You just messed up?
Sometimes it's my fault. Sometimes it was the kitchen's fault.
Just whatever it is, like Mark DeRosa, you screwed up, or it's just the day.
Sure.
Yeah, it happens all the time.
And you still got a tip. Would you give it back?
No. Doesn't matter. That was their choice. I guess I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
But either way, I was at the time I was mad because I gave very good service and it was busy and I wanted to go after him. And I did.
So you did.
So I did.
Also, really quick to address the chat, Rachel, it says that the ice cream machine never worked. Kind of on purpose.
Yeah, they don't want to clean it.
McDonald's?
They don't want to clean it.
They don't want to clean it.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Oh.
It was a big
It's hard,
thing.
and it's hard to clean, right?
It's really, it takes a long, you literally lose a worker for the shift
Well,
just
make
to clean
something
that.
easier to clean then. There
You guys going to say make a better ice cream
Make a better
machine.
ice cream machine.
Yeah.
It might not give you the ice cream that you want. Just saying. Do you guys want another one?
Yeah, hit me one more.
All right. For the past few weeks, I've told you guys that I'm trying to find some furniture. And someone here actually told me, hey, why don't you try OfferUp or Facebook Marketplace?
Oh.
Which
Who
I
was
thought.
it? I know who told you that.
Oh, who was it?
Was it Emily?
No.
No? Okay.
No,
Because I
it
know
wasn't.
Emily likes Facebook.
Oh,
Who
okay.
was it?
It was Carlo.
Okay.
I was like, I don't know.
Why are you
if-
afraid to say?
Yeah, why are you afraid to
Well,
say
because I'm going to be
OfferUp?
mad. I was mad, okay?
Oh,
It wasn't a good thing, okay?
Oh.
So I checked it out, and I was like, oh, great deals. Let me hit these people up. Okay, first of all, people, why the bleep do you put your stuff up if you never respond?
Oh.
Or if, like, you don't have no good communication skills? I was so mad. I'm like, you know what? Bleep this. I'm just going to buy from IKEA and pay the full price. I don't care because it was such a struggle to literally try to even meet up with somebody. So tip or no tip, sometimes paying full price is worth it to avoid the hassles.
Tip. Easy. Easy peasy, bang, bang, boom. Done. They can deliver.
Couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
it is tip because,
Yeah.
and if there's a problem, I have options.
Correct.
This is broken. I would like another one. They will say, here's another one. If I buy it from, Joe off the street,
I gotta go
hey,
track
it's
down
broken.
Joe.
He goes,
Yeah.
what do I care? Why do you think I was selling it? Of course
you
it's
go.
broken.
See,
Right.
Like when I went to IKEA, I loved it. It gave me so much inspiration, but you have to put that thing together.
Yeah.
And I feel like there's a million pieces to the one thing that I need. So I'm like, oh, it's already built and it's cheaper and it's clean and it's not far from all these places that I'm looking at. Great. Like I'm all in. But then these bleeping people don't answer. I'm just like, oh. I was annoyed. See, I'm annoyed already.
I'm team store.
There you go.
Yeah.
Receipt in hand.
Thanks,
Yep,
Carlo.
there you go.
That didn't work out.
This is broken. Can I get a new one?
Thank
Yep,
you.
Sure. Here you go. What do I care? I just work here.
That's it.
Take as many new ones as you want.
There
Oh,
you
you'll
go.
be surprised how some workers are not like that.
Yeah.
Bam Adebayo has scored more points in an NBA game than anyone ever other than Wilt Chamberlain. We're going to live in that world. We're okay with this?
No.
That's coming up next. It's DeMarco and Travis, ESPN LA.
The home of USC football, and now the home of The Rich Eisen Show. Weekdays 9 a.m. to noon, KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Don't miss the countdown to kickoff. Presented by BMO, official bank of LAFC.
Wow, Carlos Vela's going from El Rey to El Jefe. Carlos is back not as a player, but as part owner of LAFC. We'll get into that. We'll also preview LAFC's next match versus St. Louis. And don't miss Angel City forward Riley Tiernan as she joins the show to talk about Sunday's home opener at BMO. That's Countdown to Kickoff presented by BMO, Saturday at 3 p.m.
BMO presents Countdown to Kickoff, hosted by Mario Ruiz on ESPN LA.
ESPN LA family, I'm personal injury attorney Joseph S. Normand. 2026 marks 15 years that you've trusted me to represent you. When you're hurt and down, I'm honored to fight for you in personal injury cases when it matters most. Numbers don't lie. I'm the real deal. The voice you hear is a voice you get. If you've been injured in an accident, call 213-747-1234, 213-747-1234, or visit normandlegal.com. Normand Legal, built on trust, proven by results.
Hey, everybody, it's Cappy here to talk to you about Prize Picks. And, of course, I want to remind you, first and foremost, download the Prize Picks app today. Use my code Cappy. Get $50 in lineups when you play your first $5 in lineups. That's code Cappy to get $50 in lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. So, listen, here's the thing. Right now, basketball season, you got to shoot your shot, man. Prize Picks, you get $50 instantly in lineups when you play your first $5. Come on, that's $50. They make every dunk, every dime, every board that much more exciting. I'm literally following the game while I'm on the Prize Picks app, and it's so easy to play. You just pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections. If you get them right, you're cashing in. Now, I like a little flex play because you don't have to get everything right to still win. But on the other hand, the power play, you got a much bigger shot. Prize Picks is a great way to put your takes to the test. So download the Prize Picks app, use my code Cappy, K-A-P-P-Y, to get $50 in lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. That's code Cappy to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, it's good to be right.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNLAcontests.com. That's ESPNLAcontests.com.
You're listening to the DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show on 710.
By the way, DeMarco, I see you rocking that quarter zip today, man.
Am I making a statement with this thing?
Yes.
It's DeMarco Farr and Travis Rogers.
It's a quarter zip. We've had these forever.
You and I have been wearing these for 30 years.
Back to DeMarco and Travis.
What was her name? What was her name? The skier in the Olympics.
I don't remember.
Is it Gu Gi? We were talking about the WBC, and their pitcher is actually a major leaguer, but he's pitching for Italy.
Aaron Nola.
Yeah, like, how does that work? He may have a grandmother in Italy.
Something. The rules in this are kind of lax.
A little bit lax than the Olympics.
They're a little bit lax. But
yeah.
we see, like, what's his name? The Philly. Embiid played for the Americans.
Yeah,
you know?
right.
Just
depends.
Yeah. They need enough guys to play this tournament, first of all, and there's not enough Italian people that are of this quality.
So if there's some
connection, if we can, like Austin Barnes played for Team Mexico a couple years ago. I think his mother or grandmother was Mexican, something like that.
Yep. You have to prove it, or you just
it's
say
it. It's a good question.
Prove it or just say it.
Probably.
You do know Jackson A is going to be playing with Luka Doncic on the Slovenian team, right?
Yeah.
How can
he's got a Slovenian passport?
Yeah.
But is any part of his family Slovenian?
He is now.
Yeah, he's
a naturalized citizen.
Yeah.
Right.
So come Olympics time and all that stuff, you could be seeing Jackson A's third over
Unbelievable.
Going to see some more lobs along the way.
Right.
It's like Team Israel has a bunch of people that are not Israeli. They're not Jewish. I think I think it's either the third base coach or the manager that their wife is Jewish, and they said, "Okay, go ahead."
That counts.
Yeah.
Oh well, okay.
Yeah, so it's not really about that.
We need 30 guys on every team.
Yeah.
And if there's not 30, Dutch guys or Italians or Brits or whatever, we're gonna fill it up.
Who was that guy from Czechia that was like an electrician or something?
And he struck out Ohtani.
Yeah, he struck out Ohtani, and they went like 4 scoreless against Japan.
Yeah,
like that.
it's baseball's weird.
Whatever his hometown bar is, his picture's over the bar forever.
Yeah, for sure.
Forever. That
For
picture's
sure.
right there. Yep.
The American ticket is still not punched. Somebody tell Mark DeRosa. But we're getting our whole punch out.
Yes.
2-0 Italy. If Italy wins the game, the Americans will advance to the knockout round, no matter what the score is. If the Mexican team can rally and come back, they will have to win 4-0. 4-1, 4. I guess at this point it's 4-2 or 4-3 because Italy's already got 2 runs on the board. So this has gotten very specific for the Americans to get knocked out. If Italy scores 2 more runs, the game's over because Mexico can't win 5-4 without the Americans going through.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay,
so
good. Come on, Italy.
We're getting closer. I'm with you.
You should
too.
have been manager. It seems like you know this stuff more than he does.
I'll be honest.
Yeah.
The only reason I know it now is because
he
screwed it up, and I need to, and where it gets really weird.
Yeah.
If this goes to extra innings, you're going to need to bring in Stephen Hawking to figure it out.
You said that. What does that mean if they go to extra?
Because it's not just straight run differential. It's like runs scored minus runs given up per 9 innings. Well, if they go into a 10th inning, it's not an easy split. You've got a 10th inning, and now you're getting fractions of runs and everything else. So, yeah, hope that it ends in regulation. Bam Adebayo ended in regulation, 83 points last night.
Barely.
What do you make of it,
I'm
DeMarco?
so frustrated by it. It's so weird. It is.
It is, isn't it?
And I like Bam. I really do. Bam's a good player.
He's a likable guy.
He's a very likable guy, and I'm glad that his mom, I guess his
mom
wife
was there.
Everybody was there. I mean, it's great what happened to him, but the way they did it, the way the Heat did it, the way Spoelstra coached his team at the end, I thought was unethical. That's just wrong. Like fouling guys at the end, trying to miss free throws. Where's DeAndre? Trying to miss free throws so Bam could get it so he could that's just wrong. That's not how you're supposed to get a record. It's cheapened to me. Yeah.
I agree. It's an amazing accomplishment to be able to score 83 points in a professional basketball game.
Yes.
It's amazing. But it was also not scored in a competitive environment. It was scored under weird circumstances. It was scored against a team that's aggressively tanking.
Bad.
That is one of the worst teams we've seen in a very long time. To your point, the fouling, the missed free throws, it wasn't this guy had the greatest night of his life.
They were
and that's
smiling.
it.
They were smiling trying to get it.
Yeah.
At least put on a poker face.
It was this guy's having the greatest night of his life, and they're rigging the system.
Yeah.
That's the part that just felt dirty.
I totally agree with you, but do you look back on Kobe's last game where he scored 60 differently? He put up 50 shots to get to 60 points.
No,
do you look different?
I think that's different only because we knew what we're getting ourselves into. We wanted to see Kobe Bryant put on a show. At that moment, the Lakers team was they were not going to make the playoffs. That was a moment where we just want to see Kobe Bryant just go out there and just completely ball
Seemed like
out.
the Heat wanted Bam to have a show.
Right.
Yeah.
People there just wanted to have a show. And in the record books, it's going to say 83. We're not going to say, oh, hey, but they were also doing this to get him there.
No, the context will get lost to time.
Yeah.
For sure. Like, fast forward 10 years from now, nobody's going to remember how. It's just going to, Chamberlain 100, Bam 83, Kobe 81. That's how it's going to look. But I think there is a subtle difference between the Kobe thing and the Bam thing. The Kobe thing was the culmination of his career. It was in a meaningless game. And 60 is not one of the standout scores in the history of the league. Had he gone and scored, let's say he beat his own record and went for 82 that night, I think we would be having because we like Kobe and in LA, I don't think people would have gotten too worked up about it. But had he gotten 82 points on 80 shots, it would have been hey, what the hell is that?
But not if Phil Jackson, I'm assuming, was the coach, was trying to do what the Heat did so he could get the points.
Yeah.
That wouldn't fly here. I think that would be bad even here if you're rigging the game.
I agree.
Rigging the system so he can just score more points. No one's going to accept that.
Yeah, it's not great. No, the whole thing is just the way that they went about it is just unsportsmanlike, really. It's just not a good way to go about it. But I think, it's one of those things that you're going to look back on and be like, well, whatever.
How many times does it
depends
come
on
up
how
anyway?
Brian Windhorst this morning said it the right way. Do you choose to just enjoy the moments, or do you choose to look at how it got there?
That's like excusing DeRosa. I'm not excusing that. That's unethical.
I think the context matters. We talked about this. I think we talked about it in here a month or so ago. No one's ever hit 5 home runs in a major league game. A handful of guys have done it 4 times, right? 4 home runs is the number. And I don't know that the number is all the time. It's like 20 or 25 guys. It doesn't happen very often.
Mm-hmm.
If a guy did hit 5 home runs, or let's say another guy had 3 and hit his 4th off of Kike Hernandez, it's different than if you hit 4 home runs off of 4 major league pitchers, or if, God forbid, the 5th home run came against Miguel Rojas pitching, or, some guy that's not a pitcher. It's like, it is different. It's just, I get it's part of the game, just like fouling on purpose is part of the game.
If you're in front of the guy that's got 4 and you lean into a pitch to get on base,
Greg.
You know what I mean? So you can get the RBI.
Yeah, it's weird.
That's weird.
If I read you this, let's see if it changes your mind.
Okay.
If you remove...
I hate it, but I understand.
I'm just saying. Okay. If you remove free throws from everyone, Bam Adebayo's night could rank 73rd of all time. So with most points in a single game right before Bam, one was Wilt with 100, and then now Bam 83 and Kobe 81. If you remove the free throws, Wilt is still first with 72 points. Kobe would be second with 63 points, and Wilt 62 with his 70.8 game. He would rank 73rd if you just take his
Yeah, I mean, he made a lot of free throws.
If you take his free throws alone.
I'm not so worried about the free throws as
7
much.
for 22 from the 3-point line.
Go back into. I wasn't there. I don't know who was alive back when Wilt Chamberlain had 100 points, but there was stuff going on in there. Like
your plumbers and electricians, according to JJ
Redick. But also, they were feeding him. He was. I don't know how many shots he took, but they were trying to get him to that 100 points.
100%. Look, the context is always going to matter, and I think the other part of this that is making us kind of go, and I agree with you, and so I want to be very clear here. I like Bam Adebayo.
Me too.
I think his story is really, really cool, that where he came from and what he's accomplished. He's an Olympian. Like, Bam is a really fantastic NBA player. But when you're looking at this record, let's say, we go 100 years from now, Wilt Chamberlain's going to be like, oh, yeah, what do we joke about all the time? Whenever there's a record, it's just guess Wilt Chamberlain, because it's always Wilt Chamberlain, because that's how amazing Wilt Chamberlain was. Kobe Bryant is one of the great scorers in the history of this league. Kobe Bryant was Bam Adebayo? It's like, and so you're going to ask yourself, why his previous high was 41.
Right.
Like, we went from 41 to 83. The question is, what the hell happened? Listen to what Laura just said, that if you take the free throws out, it's Chamberlain, Kobe, and Chamberlain. That's what they did. They scored a ton of points. Bam's night was just kind of, wait, what? And I think that because if that, let's just say in an alternate universe, Kevin Durant scored 83 points last night under the exact same circumstances, at least it would look normal. Like, you might lose track of it because Kevin Durant going nuts. Okay, it's Kevin Durant. He's an amazing guy. Bam doesn't score like that. That's why I think it stands out.
One
even
knock
more.
for Bam, and there was a soundbite from Brian Shaw talking about Kobe when he had a chance for 70 or whatever it was.
70,
it's 62 through 3
62,
quarters.
and he said, "I'm done." Bam could have said, "This is stupid. If you're fouling so I can break a record, that's dumb. I can be done.
Mm-hmm.
I could score 100." Like, I expect Wemby at some point to be threatening this record and say, "You know what?
Sure.
I'm done here. The game is over. I'll save it for when it matters." So that part, I think Bam got intoxicated by it too. Let me go for the record.
So the interesting.
But if you're trying to get me, if you're like carrying me to the finish line, I'd be embarrassed.
I think
and then celebrate it at the end, I'd be embarrassed.
I think there's a difference. Like, if it's just every time down the court we give you the ball and you knock down a shot, I'm going to keep giving you the ball.
Right.
But if we're
fouling,
that's the part. It's like,
how do you think he feels about it, Bam? Like, do you think he walks around being, I scored 81 points or 83 points?
He does. He literally said it right after the game. He has
like, after it sinks in, like, man, I got this in this way.
He's going to double down on it the following days and he's like, yeah, I scored 83 points. Like, the first 3 quarters, I didn't watch it until the last 5 minutes of the game, just like how majority of people were, until they got the notification that he's on track to get that. And everyone in the media room in last night's game for the Lakers and Timberwolves were literally locked in and seeing it. And you can tell they're like going into that. They're like, yeah, we're just keep on doing this. We're not going to sub them out. At this point, we're already deep into it. Let's go. Let's keep on. We might as well keep going.
Strahan celebrated that sack.
Yeah. I mean, if he would have made a couple more free throws, he got to 100.
About that.
I know.
We're still talking about that.
Strahan got up and celebrated, even though he was gifted.
Same with Myles Garrett was gifted. Like, it was
kind of.
I think your question is interesting, Greg, because look, when Kobe Bryant scored 81, the next day, all anybody was talking about was, holy blank, Kobe had 81. Did you see that? That was my God, where did that come from? With the Bam one, it's like, what happened? Like, huh?
Yeah.
Like, the very next day, and I'm not trying to tell Adebayo that he should feel bad about it, but the reaction was instantaneous, like, And you turn on SportsCenter, you open up your laptop, you go to your phone, if you still read the newspaper or whatever, and part of the story is going to be like, this was weird and here's why.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that may sink in over time. Maybe he doesn't give a damn, and I'm not saying he should, but I think Greg's question is a good one about even as it was happening, it's like, man, I don't know about this.
If you're him?
If you're him, he can feel – however he feels is how he feels. I'm not telling him how to feel, but The world did not react to it
not
the
at all.
way that we would have reacted to it. If Wembanyama just went nuts one night and dropped 80, we'd go, holy blank.
Right.
Look, this is Wilt Chamberlain.
Even if he were to shoot 40 damn free throws?
No.
Okay,
But the context would be different because we expect that kind of stuff from that kind of player.
I don't think you need the foul for him to get up there, Wemby, at some point. I think he'd do it organically.
I mean, we were talking about it when he was here in L.A., and he had 30, and we're like, oh.
He had 25 in the first quarter,
Yeah,
right?
25 in the first quarter. Like, oh, man.
He's going to catch a depleted team when he's hot, and he'll be threatening these scoring records at some point. He will. I mean, it's inevitable with this dude, the way he plays.
Yeah, Luka's going to do the same thing at some point.
You think?
He puts up like 25 in the first quarter.
Luka has a 70-point game,
He has a
right?
70-point game.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
He did
he's-
against the Atlanta Hawks, I believe.
Yeah.
So he's going to get up
But
there
again,
also.
Luka
Makes sense.
having 70 makes sense. Exactly right.
But even if it was Bam, if Bam just was shooting, to your point earlier, that if he was shooting well and you kept feeding him like they did to Kobe.
Let me ask you guys, when the story first crossed your radar last night, when you saw what was happening, what was your first reaction?
Oh, this is disgusting.
Okay. But did you know the context or did you just get an alert on your phone?
No, they kept coming up. They kept breaking into so we were watching and monitoring.
Okay.
Like, they're actually doing this?
I was not watching and monitoring it.
okay,
So
yeah.
all of a sudden, my phone buzzed, and I looked. I'm like, Bam had a bio. I'm like, I literally
That's
said it
the
out loud. I'm like,
reaction.
what the hell happened? Like, what? Really? It was, this doesn't make any sense.
My reaction was, oh, really? He got 62, and then just keep on getting notifications that he's on his, on track to get 70. I'm like, all right, I'm going to tune in. And then when I tuned into the final minutes of the game, that's where I was like, oh, come on, man, what are we doing here? They're double teaming him at full court, and they're forcing the issue. And then he comes down, makes free throws. The Wizards are inbounding the ball, intentionally fouling right away. It's like that. And then his teammates at the free throw line, he makes the first one, intentionally misses the second one on Bam Adebayo's side. He tries to get the things like that. Like, that's where it was like, all right, what am I tuning in?
I hate crapping on a guy's special night. I mean, it feels bad. It feels bad to say,
right?
Yeah,
Doesn't it?
But it does feel bad.
It does. It's
Yeah.
not organic.
I'm with
It's
you.
manufactured,
Yeah.
man. I mean, come on.
A lot of people were saying, like, it just felt like he cheated his way to those 83.
I wouldn't say he cheated.
Not cheated.
Gamed
It was
the system.
It was he gamed
it.
He gamed the system.
Yep.
He
He
gamed
gamed
the
the system
system.
and got his name up there.
He punched his ticket and he got 83 points.
The other thing is,
He did punch his ticket.
how often do you bring up Wilt Chamberlain's 100 points?
Frequently.
Do you really?
Yeah, I it's
All the
something
time.
that
All the
crosses my
time.
radar
Does
regularly.
it?
Yeah.
I can't remember the last time we talked about Kobe's 81.
Yeah. It
That's what
it comes
it
up.
comes up.
There's a great commercial about his
Yeah.
81.
It's my favorite Sports Center commercial ever.
Ever.
See, and
Ever.
that's the
It's
thing.
so
I don't-
good.
I don't think Bam is going to be able to capitalize on this.
I'm with you.
Oh no!
Oh, no.
That commercial is going to be about him shooting free throws. And
That's
people,
what I mean, yeah. So
that's what I wonder. Is like when he's older. Let's say he's like 60, and his grandkids are going to be like, "Oh, well, look at you! You have 83 points in a game. How did that happen, Pop?"
You know what he's going to do? He's going to do what everybody else does.
He'll go-
Lie.
Yeah.
No, he's going to go. Well, I got fouled a bunch of times.
I don't think he's gonna
It
say
wasn't on purpose. I shot for like 50 free throws.
I don't think that's going to
Yeah.
happen. And the
You know what-
narrative sucks because, to your point, when we were getting the notifications, it was like, first because something we haven't seen, and especially for us here in LA, you're on track to pass Kobe. So it's a bigger deal for us here in LA. And then you get the narrative and the full context of it, and you're like, dude, really? So he woke up to a very different narrative than
For
he
sure.
thought.
No, that's what I was saying. That this is the reaction was mixed from the jump, like from the moment that game ended. It was but like
Why
with
would you want to pass Kobe?
I mean, if you could do it organically, and again,
It seemed like he was after that. Like, I want to pass 81, I guess, to move into second place. But
I think if you're just once you've started down that path, it's like I'm just going to go as far as I can go.
Get it for-
if
okay,
you get
right.
to 81 or 85 or 105, it's just, I'm just going to keep going.
When they passed Kobe, everybody knew it. But I guess it was just you're moving into second place.
Yeah.
Not just who you passed. But
Yeah.
It is what it is. It happened. It is. Like I said, bizarro world.
You know what helps?
Anything's possible.
You know what helps Chamberlain in all this? There's only a box score. There's no
Video, no pictures.
There's nothing other than him holding that little piece of paper.
That's it.
And we have no context other than this is how many shots he took, this is how many he made, this is how many foul shots he took. That maybe it was a farce, or at
Could
least
be.
something approaching a farce. Like, we don't know.
The Earth is flat, the moon landing, and his 100.
Yeah, I mean, it
We didn't see
happened,
it, right.
but we don't have any, like.
There's no proof. We can't see it.
Yeah, we
I know.
don't have look at the bunch of three guys, standing there. Uh-oh.
They're done, right? It's over.
That's pretty much it. The Mexican team is cooked.
Men's.
Well, I think it's done no matter what.
What did
because
they say?
It's 5-0 Italy, which means if Mexico wins, they'd have to score at least 6 runs to beat them at this point, which means the U.S. is through.
Yep.
If Italy holds on to win, the U.S. is through. So Mark
Okay.
DeRosa dodged
He's off
the bullet.
the hook. Okay.
He's
Dodged
off
the
the hook.
You got so lucky.
Yeah,
you got
now it's
so
just
lucky.
about whether Mexico or Italy goes.
Yes.
Because if Mexico wins,
I do believe, and don't quote me on this, don't Mark DeRosa punch my ticket on this.
you know the lowest quotient of runs allowed per defensive inning?
If some bizarre turn of events where this game ended up in extra innings and they kept scoring, I do think there's a scenario where the Americans are back out again. But
Really? Like, into the extra innings?
yes, because the math changes because it's per 9.
No,
So if
it's
they play
ridiculous.
13 innings and the game ends, 11-10, the math changes dramatically.
Why is it not just run differential?
It's not. It's per 9 innings.
Wouldn't that just be simpler? Run differential. They do it in the World Cup. They do it in a whole
Yeah.
bunch of different things.
That's not how they're doing
Run
it here.
differential is the easiest way to get through this.
Ask Mark DeRosa. Oh, that's right. Don't ask him.
I don't think he
wouldn't
knows
know.
what run differential is.
What? What are we doing? They're going to win it all.
Which way did it go?
They're going to win it all.
I bet now that they got through this, through the embarrassment, you got the luck of all luckiest bounces of all time.
Do you think he
Yes.
says anything to his guys? Do you think that Mark DeRosa goes to his players and says, guys, I put us in a terrible position, and I screwed up. I take full responsibility for that.
I
But
do, yes.
You can all make everybody forget all about this. Let's go out there and win the whole blanket thing.
I believe so, because he's reading what we're reading.
He's
He's
gotta
hearing
say
what we're. Of course, he's going to say something. Of course, and I think they come out like gangbusters now. You got lucky, big time. Can you imagine if they were knocked out because of this? You'd be the laugh. Nico Harrison would be so happy you exist, because you'd be the second biggest bonehead in sports.
He's a little lucky that this thing is not quite on everybody's radar. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
It's
USA Baseball knocked out because you didn't know the rules.
Oh no, I'm not saying it's not a big deal, but
Sports Talk Radio heaven.
If this was the Olympic basketball in the same
Oh,
situation,
God,
it's
yeah.
like it's different. If
You'd
this
be
were
exiled.
the World Cup and you got knocked out but the WBC, and by the way, this is bad for the tournament itself. That the team that was the favorite, the team that's hosting the tournament, the team that has the league that is the best league in the world, that their own manager didn't even understand the format, means that he's not taking it seriously enough. It diminishes the whole
It's a
thing.
dent. I would bet after this that there will be meetings, and when we put a guy in charge, we're going to make sure he knows the rules.
Whoa.
And if you decide to play for the WBC, you're going to take it seriously from now on. This can't be just a joke.
We're not going to say we're getting guys off their feet because they came in a little banged up.
No, we're not doing that. No, even if
Guys,
it's true,
guys
we're not
were
doing
hurting
that.
a little bit coming in today.
Yes.
We spent a lot of time after the game celebrating the Mexico win. Guys are a little banged up today.
Come on,
Dude,
bro.
How about this? We're going to try to win every game we play, and we're going to go get it.
There you go.
Yeah. Until we are certain that we're through. It was
Pull out a cliche
it
or
was
two.
a hot
What are you
mess.
doing?
It was a hot mess. All right. Join ESPN LA for a Lakers watch party and live remote broadcast next Monday, the 16th at Bar Louie in Downey. Beto Duran will go live at 5 o'clock with Lakers pregame before tip-off. You can watch with your fellow fans, enjoy ice-cold Michelob Ultra, and enter for a chance to win tickets and exclusive signed gear. Don't miss out. That's next Monday at Bar Louie in Downey with ESPN LA and Michelob Ultra, the official beer sponsor of your Los Angeles Lakers. We're going to do a little straight up coming up next, and get ready, guys, because I was right again. That's next. It's DeMarco and Travis, ESPN LA.
Mason in Ireland.
You know how there are stars and superstars? Yeah. They're idiots and super idiots.
There you go. The OGs of LA Sports Radio.
I want to hear Pepe's interviews.
I do too.
Oh, yeah. Why do you interview them in Spanish and they're all English? Luka speaks Spanish.
No, was he the only one you talked to?
What's wrong with you?
He's working in Spanish.
For the Spanish station. Why would he ask the questions in English? I'm sorry, Michael. You're the brightest here. I'm really sorry. We're the idiots here.
Pepe, that might be the dumbest question in the history of the show that Michael just asked.
He doesn't ask dumb questions.
You are the Spanish.
He's dumb himself. Okay, he's a super idiot.
Because the players don't speak Spanish.
You know how
look at us.
You know how there are stars and superstars?
Yeah.
They're idiots and super idiots.
There you go.
Mason in Ireland, weekdays at noon on 710 ESPN, the all-new ESPN LA app, and live on YouTube.
We've all heard mortgage rates have finally moved down. So if you've gotten a mortgage in the last 2 years, contact the Loan Exchange to check on lowering your mortgage payment. Today, the Loan Exchange is offering a 30-year fixed free closer loan at 5.75% rate and APR. That's right, there are no closing costs. Wow, you can lower your monthly payment without increasing your loan balance. Isn't it worth a few minutes of your time to find out how much the Loan Exchange can lower your payment? By the way, if rates go down further next year, you can do the same thing again without any closing costs. Call the Loan Exchange at 855-752-9944 or go to theloanexchange.com for a free closer 30-year fixed rate and APR of 5.75%. NMLS 1637539. Loan subject to credit approval. See website for licensing information, loan terms and conditions. Equal housing lender. Call 855-752-9944 or visit theloanexchange.com.
John Ireland for Blue Ice Vodka. Blue Ice's double espresso crafted with Arabica coffee makes the perfect espresso martini. Just shake with ice and pour. Soft, smooth, and delicious. Blue Ice Vodka, because taste matters.
Smalls here. Look, I get it. GLP-1 weight loss shots are popular. They're everywhere. But not everyone is thrilled about weekly injections. So what if your GLP-1 was as easy to take as a mint? That's why I want you to know about compounded terzepatide. It's a mint-flavored tablet you simply let dissolve under your tongue. No needles. It's designed to help curb appetite and reduce cravings, even sweets and carbs, which are my personal enemies. And when hunger's under control, it's easier to eat less. Stay away from the junk foods that trip you up and tackle your weight loss goals head on. And this is important. The compounded terzepatide is recommended by the medical board of the wellness companies, the doctors I trust. Look, if you're serious about getting your weight under control and weekly shots aren't your thing, I strongly encourage you to look into terzepatide. Getting started is fast with an easy online physician consultation. Imagine discovering a no-needle option that fits your needs. Go to noneedles.com/smalls. Promo code SMALLS to save $50. That's noneedles.com/smalls. Promo code SMALLS to save $50.
Prescription required. Always consult your doctor to determine if this product is right for you.
And it is the No Stress Sports Talk Express to the DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show. It is time for Straight Up with Sweet Tea Travis Rogers. Straight Up on the DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show, made possible by Blue Ice Vodka. Blue Ice Vodka, America's largest potato vodka, double gold rated, just 64 calories an ounce, and made from Idaho potatoes. Clean, smooth, no additives. Blue Ice Vodka, premium taste, nothing extra. Let's do it straight up with Travis Rogers right now.
One of the things that I learned in my 30-ish years of being in talk radio is that never bring up the times you're wrong and make sure that you bring up all the times that you're right. that when you get them right, make sure that you take multiple victory laps. And I feel like I was right on this one. So straight up, DeMarco, I think we are getting closer and closer to something that, and I really have, being funny aside, I've been saying this for the better part of 10 years. I really think we're going to have NFL football every single day of the week before too long. Adam Schefter tweeted the following earlier today. NFL is now exploring playing a game on Thanksgiving Eve as early as this season. This year, that would be Wednesday, November 25th. Mm-hmm. Okay, so they're already thinking, how do we move into Wednesdays? Once they're in, remember when we were, you were probably still playing at this time. Like, you wouldn't even see a Thursday game show up until late in the season.
Yeah.
Right? Like, it was like week 10 or 11. All of a sudden, oh, hey, wow, there's a Thursday game. And we would watch it. Now there's a Thursday game every week. Monday Night Football wasn't a thing until the middle of the 70s. They put a Monday night game on. All of a sudden, it's like, hey, everybody watches this. Leave it there. We added a Sunday night game. There's a Thursday night game. We're seeing Friday games after Thanksgiving, right? Black Friday, we send Saturday games late in the season once the college season is over. we really only have 2 days left. The only 2 days are Tuesday and Wednesday. Wednesday, according to Adam Schefter, is already being considered. We just got to go Tuesday. And here's how you do it. You extend the season a little bit. Instead of having 17 games, you have 18 or 20 or whatever the number is. And you just stagger them so you're not playing on short rest very often. You can just put a guy on Tuesday. They don't play again until the following Wednesday. And then that Wednesday, you go to the following Monday. That you could work this schedule to have a single NFL game. You'd still have a bunch on Sunday. You'd still have, a couple on Saturday here and there. But you could have an NFL game every single day of the week for 4.5, 5 months.
I have no doubt they want to get more games on TV or more games through the week.
Yeah.
The only question I have is if the game is on a Tuesday or a Wednesday, are fans going to show up?
Good question.
School nights, it is the fall. You just went back to school. Getting to games on Sunday is rough because we got to get them ready for Monday.
Yep.
So going to a game midweek could be tough. If it's a
People do
TV
it, though.
product, definitely.
You go to games on Thursdays?
Yeah, that's
Mondays?
one Thursday a year.
But
for your football
team. You're not going to play 5 Tuesdays a year either. You
Yeah.
might play one Tuesday, one Thursday, one Monday, just like we kind of scatter this stuff all around. There's still only going to be 10 games. You still only get 10 home games. If I'm a season ticket holder or I'm a Rams fan or a Charger fan or a 49er fan, a Raider fan or whatever, and I'm going to go to a game a year, I'm going to get it done.
Yeah.
Like I'm going to do it. I think maybe that's something to consider, but we've seen games on Tuesdays and Wednesdays during COVID. They had to do it. Stadium was full.
Yeah, there was during COVID?
Well, I mean, there were people when the stadiums that were open, they had people there. They were going there. The only time those NFL stadiums are open is when the teams are bad.
The only thing is the schedule makers are going to be pulling their hair out, trying to get all this worked out. Just the competitive balance, because like you said, it could be you could have 5 days off or 13. That's going to be hard to schedule. So if you got to schedule a team that's been off for 2 weeks versus the team coming off 5 days rest,
well,
that's unfair.
No, you wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Right? You'd have to they'd be close. Like you couldn't have more than a 1 day gap in rest time. But it feels like something you could figure out.
Yeah.
That it would be. Was it challenging? Sure, but ChatGPT could probably do it in 5 minutes.
I bet it could.
Probably could.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't take 5 minutes. But is there any point where it just gets to be oversaturation? Like there was at one point that Mark Cuban came out and said, it was a couple of years ago.
I'm so tired of this quote.
Yeah, but
pigs get fed, hogs get
I'm so
slaughtered.
tired of this quote.
I mean, but it's still it's 7 days a week of NFL football.
You know
Is
how
that a
long ago
little?
he
Is
said
that too much?
You know how long ago he said that?
It was like 5 years ago.
And the NFL is bigger than ever.
No, it's not that the NFL is not big, but at some point that you're gonna be oversaturated from watching every single night.
We
no?
talk about the appetite for football. It's
I don't know.
It's insatiable. I don't think that's gonna happen. I really don't.
And also, you hear about it all the time. Like on Monday, you rest, you do nothing. So you play Sunday, you do nothing on Monday. On Tuesday, you go to film and kind of like do it, walk through kind of things. And then Wednesday, you go and actually start kind of walking around and doing things. Like you need time off.
No. But again, you're not going to play on a Sunday and then a Wednesday.
I get it, but it seems like so much.
There's a lot of moving parts. What I'm telling you is
fantasy football. What about the fantasy football portion of it? You can't actually like.
They'll figure it out.
days.
We've gone from 1 day a week
you saw it now more.
on Sunday to now we are at 6. Okay.
Yeah.
That we're not peeling it back. And to your point about oversaturation, it's an interesting point. But here's the thing. Until we stop watching, they're going to keep adding. We're not adding games necessarily. We're just stretching them out over different parts of the week. Now, maybe Tuesday gets lower ratings than Sunday afternoon, but if it's the highest rated TV show on Tuesday night, they're going to put it on Tuesday night. It could be the Cardinals against the Tennessee Titans. People watch. People turn it on. It almost the opponents almost don't even matter.
I would put my best games on the off nights to guarantee eyeballs.
I don't think
would.
it makes. I mean, look,
Yeah.
if you put
Because
you don't know ahead of time either.
There's some Thursday night games I would avoid at the end of the year. Like that, this doesn't matter.
I hear you,
Yeah.
and you might avoid them, and I might avoid them. But the point is, those games still draw monster
Yeah,
numbers, and it's going to fluctuate. It's not that everything's going to be a 10 out of 10, but we get games late in the season on Thursday night that aren't great games. You get a Monday night late in there. We still watch them.
Of course, yes.
They're still, and by the way, you know what else it allows them to do? It allows them to sell them to one more platform. We got games on Amazon. We've got games on Netflix. We've got games on NBC, CBS, Fox. Apple, you want in on this? You can have a package on Wednesday night.
There's going to be Roku games
Right?
and Tubi
Roku games.
Yes.
Which is also kind of ridiculous. Now you're having to have games on every single platform possible that there is.
Welcome to the NBA.
I know it's very frustrating. Trust me, I just bought a Roku or an Amazon Fire Stick or something so they can watch games.
Think about what you just said. Think about what you just said. I just had to go buy it because I need to see it.
Right. Well, no, it's for people here because we have TVs that are too old.
No, but that's what I'm saying. That it's one of these things. If you're a Laker fan, you put a game on Roku, Amazon, Prime,
I'm
Apple.
going to find it.
I want to watch the Lakers. Where is it? I don't have that stick to stick on the side of my TV, or I don't have that streaming service. Yeah, give me that thing. I bought Apple TV to watch 2 Dodger games last year. Guess what? I haven't canceled. Apple TV.
You still have it.
Well, there's a lot of good stuff on Apple TV. You're just missing out. There's a lot of
You're
great shows.
probably right. That's not my point. My point is I bought it for 2 Dodger games. I've never turned it on since, and they're still taking my $8 a month.
Exactly what they want, by the way.
Course.
And how else are you supposed to watch F1 now if you don't have Apple TV?
You know, can I be honest?
He doesn't watch F1.
I don't
Not
watch
anymore?
F1 anymore.
Yeah.
Why? It just started last week.
I know. I'm down in Melbourne. My new favorite team, Cadillac, did not fare particularly
We have
well.
a team to root for in Cadillac.
I
I
know.
told you. Put an Escalade out there. Let's go.
F1, if I'm being honest, I still kind of will observe here and there.
Oh, I love it.
It was a pandemic flirtation with me.
Okay.
I got hooked
Tiger
by Drive
King.
to Survive.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Tiger
I watched
King.
the races for a while, and then once all the drivers started cycling through, because I didn't know that they change teams as often as they do. They change a lot. I'm like, no.
Have you been to an F1 event in person?
This is how excited I was. I looked into it. It's so expensive.
So expensive.
High dollar.
Thousands of dollars.
Thousands.
To even get on the outskirts.
Dollar.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And now we got 3 races in the U.S. because before it was just in Austin. And I'm like, I said to Susan, I'm like, hey, I think it'd be really fun. Because Austin's a fun city.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go to Austin. Let's go to the race. We'll check it out. And we looked like, oh, blank that.
Right.
No,
Too
I mean, it's
expensive.
like, oh my God, forget it.
I'm rooting for Cadillac though. Let's go.
They are Sergio Perez.
Is that who's driving?
Yeah, Sergio Perez and Valtteri Bottas.
Oh. Real quick, Straight Up With Me is sponsored by Blue Ice Vodka, America's largest potato vodka, double gold rated, just 64 calories an ounce, and made from Idaho potatoes. Clean, smooth, no additives. Blue Ice Vodka, premium taste, nothing extra. What do you got?
All right. So you talked about an expensive sport. And I had this article from Bro Bible. They have the 9 most expensive sports in the world.
Like to attend?
It says, yes.
To
most
attend.
expensive across the board. These have always been expensive due to enormous financial barriers. So it just not to attend, but to do.
Wait, to play?
It's hard to explain without giving you the sport.
How are we supposed to get it if we
Like,
don't
okay.
understand the rules?
Okay, so it's
Mark
like
DeRosa.
it's
Bam
just
Adebayo.
it's
Just punch your ticket.
It's
There you go.
just an expensive sport.
An expensive sport.
Yes.
Okay.
The most expensive
The
sport.
most expensive
I can give
sport.
you one, but it's going to be off the board, and then.
So give us number 9 and we'll go 1 through 8.
Okay.
Is that fair?
No, not really.
Or go
I
number
think-
1 and
I
go.
think-
We'll go
I
2
think-
through 8.
Let's do it this way. Is
I think it
F1 on the list?
Yes, auto racing was one.
Okay.
That's why it triggered me.
Auto racing and F1.
F1.
Two will be different. But
I think
F1
I
was
understand.
there.
I
F1 was
think.
there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But that's the one. That was number 1, by the way.
Is
Number
that your
one, okay.
vote?
Is this professional or is this? I think I'm.
It
I'm
is
still-
professional.
Oh, okay.
You
It
take
is
that as that's your vote. So
No,
F1.
it's too easy. So but that's off the board. Nobody gets it. We'll start from here.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, okay.
Who's going first?
Okay, since I feel like Travis will do well here, so
does he go first?
yes, he's going first.
Okay, if I understand the question,
Fine, we don't have to do it. I just thought
is polo on the list?
it was. Hold on. Yes, number 3.
Yeah. Okay.
Number 3. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I'm thinking totally.
I think
Polo?
it's just think of just expensive
Expensive
rich
sport.
guy. But I
Okay.
know the number 2.
Okay, so I'm going to go horse racing.
Uh,
Does that count?
Has
Hold
to.
on. It's in here. It's called. They call it
Equestrian.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
equestrian.
equestrian.
That's horse racing.
Horse racing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good guess.
Yeah.
What
Okay.
num-
I
what
was
number?
like,
Rich guy sports. Okay.
so that we had the first one
got
was
one.
the F1. So
I got
that
one
was,
too.
Okay.
I think.
So then DeAndre, you're going.
Golf.
Golf is there, and golf was number 8.
I think this might knock me out, but I know it's expensive to go to. So I'm just tennis because like the Wimbledon is incredibly expensive to go to.
Tennis. Let me confirm, but it's not.
I don't understand the game.
My turn again?
Number 2 is going to be hard, but I think you said you have it.
Is it yachting or boating or something like that? Like America's Cup or whatever we're calling it?
Elite sailing.
Yeah, there you
that
go.
counts.
Yeah.
Elite sailing.
Elite sailing.
Dude, those boats are like $50 million.
They're super expensive. So you guys are missing 4. Because you got 3, which is polo. Sorry, this thing is buffering here. And then you're missing 6 and 7 and 9. I feel like 9 is like very, very easy.
I think you're up.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay. Since F1 came up, I'm thinking Red Bull. For fun, something about airplanes.
Oh, good one.
When they do the
plane racing, the
plane racing,
obstacle
the
course
Red Bull,
thing.
Yeah, the Red Bull. That's got to
racing,
be expensive, right? Yeah, got to be expensive.
Let me see. You're missing 4. God, this thing is. I should have just wrote it down somewhere because it's messing me up. No, it's not. Sorry, you're right.
Really?
That's a good
okay.
guess.
No.
That's a good guess.
Okay. No.
Okay, I'm just thinking like globally for this sport. So I'm going to go, it's probably not on the list, but I'm going to go with soccer.
Oh, so close, but no.
Oh, my goodness.
Lacrosse. Lacrosse was number 9.
Okay, I got one more guess. I win, though, right?
You did
Okay,
win.
good. Make sure you mark down my win, DeAndre. I'm closing in on you.
Lacrosse is more expensive than flying a plane? Okay.
In this context.
In this context.
Okay, all right.
Is skiing on there?
Skiing was on there.
Yeah.
I was surprised nobody picked skiing.
Yeah.
Because lacrosse was 9, golf was 8, and
golf
then
was very expensive.
7 was
Trust me.
triathlon and cycling.
Oh,
okay.
Cycling.
Okay.
6 was ice hockey.
Oh, yeah.
Equipment.
And ice time.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then 5 was equestrian, which he got. And then 4 was skiing. Mm-hmm.
Was there anything more smell worse than a hockey bag?
No.
Ew.
It's the worst smelling thing.
Have you never been in a hockey dressing room?
Oh,
I've been around and I know it stinks. That's why I'm like, ew.
It is. It smells worse than a garbage dump.
It's a wall of funk.
It is so bad.
And it stays there.
Yes.
It's like it doesn't move. I feel
Like you'd
it
walk
just
in and you're like,
stays
yep, that's a hockey bag.
The first time I went to cover a Kings game in person, right? So the game ends, you go down to the dressing room, you're going to get interviews and all these kind of stuff and talk to the PR guys and, do all this. You're waiting in the hallway outside the dressing room. That door comes open. You're like, what in the world am I? It's like, because it's hot and steamy in there. They just come off the ice. Everybody's covered in sweat. It
stinks.
Horrible.
Yep.
The only thing that I've come close to run across are goalies' gloves in soccer.
Oh, yeah.
Those are gross.
Those are gross, too.
Gross.
I kind of want to give like a bonus, last man standing, because I wanted to do one.
Save it for tomorrow.
Okay.
Is it the one that you talked about?
Yeah, the one that we talked about.
We saw the list.
Who saw the
DeMarco
list?
saw the list.
Oh, never mind then.
It was published. Tell them what it is.
It was the quarterbacks that have been because Geno Smith is back with the New York Jets. So
everybody in the Geno Smith timeline.
There's a list of quarterbacks in the Geno Smith timeline.
For the Jets.
Oh, for the Jets. Oh, my God.
Yep.
How many are there?
There was a total
Oh,
of,
my
There was
God.
a total of 18.
18?
On that list. Yes.
That's insane.
That's terrible.
That's just absolutely insane.
Zach Wilson.
Thought he was on that list.
Who was on the list? I had him.
Keep going.
And his wife's
Greg,
friend.
You can't miss. Just name a quarterback.
Think about
Chad
this year.
Pennington.
Just this year, they had Justin Fields.
Mm-hmm.
They had who else was there?
Aaron Rodgers was there.
EJ
Year
Manuel.
before?
Yeah, no, I'm just thinking this year. Justin Fields didn't start every game this year.
No. Who picked him
Russell
up?
Wilson.
Russell Wilson
Russell,
was there.
yes.
Yeah, I mean, that list is.
EJ Manuel was on that list, right?
I'm sure he probably was.
Let me just bring it up real quick because I have it right here saved.
No, I would.
I think he was after.
Was
Or
he
before.
after?
I think he was before.
Before Geno?
Yeah.
We'll come back. We'll take a look at
Yeah,
that
we'll
list.
look at
Plus,
that.
we'll do a little shop talk coming up next. It's DeMarco and Travis, ESPN LA.
Don't miss the countdown to kickoff. Presented by BMO, official bank of LAFC.
Wow, Carlos Vela's going from El Rey to El Jefe. Carlos is back not as a player, but as part owner of LAFC. We'll get into that. We'll also preview LAFC's next match versus St. Louis. And don't miss Angel City forward Riley Tiernan as she joins the show to talk about Sunday's home opener at BMO. That's Countdown to Kickoff presented by BMO, Saturday at 3 p.m.
BMO presents Countdown to Kickoff, hosted by Mario Ruiz on ESPN LA.
Presented by Robinhood.
He crosses, spins, pulls up.
With Robinhood prediction markets, buy or sell your predictions all game long. No house odds, just you versus the market. Put your sports IQ to work. Trade every shot, block, steal, run, and moment that shifts the game. With Robinhood Prediction Markets, trade every play. Visit Robinhood.com/predict to start trading. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
That's the ease at which you get information. You want it, you get it. Like that. Ask your phone. Group chat. Smartphone. You're always connected and informed in real time. No waiting. So if you're diabetic and still using finger sticks to read your blood sugar, what are you waiting for? Knowing your blood sugar levels instantly is important for managing diabetes. Call US Med at 888-665-0696. To learn more about continuous glucose monitors, a real-time instant method to track your blood glucose, US Med is an approved provider for Medicare and over 1,000 private insurers. And the best part? Call 888-665-0696 and we'll give you a free insurance benefits check today. So call 888-665-0696 today. That's 888-665-0696 and manage your diabetes as easy as...
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
It's tournament time when the most talented teams survive and advance. And whether you're cutting down the nets or cutting through resumes, one thing's clear. The best teams are built with the best people. If you're hiring, you need ZipRecruiter. Their smart matching technology finds qualified candidates fast. You can add screening questions to get the right applicants and even filter to see who's recently active. Score the best for your team with ZipRecruiter. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/sports. That's ZipRecruiter.com/sports. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
You're listening to the DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show on 710.
Do your ears work?
They do work. No, I'm...
Back to DeMarco and Travis.
All right, real quick, LAFC is back in action. Call 213-799-0139 right now, and you will be, if you are caller number 7, you will score a pair of tickets to see LAFC take on St. Louis this Saturday at BMO Stadium. You can catch the action live and support the black and gold only with ESPN LA. You can also visit LAFC.com/tickets for additional information and to purchase your tickets. Start with a couple of birthdays here.
Let's go.
LZ Granderson turns 54 today.
Happy birthday,
How about
LZ?
Happy birthday, LZ.
Dude, I keep seeing him. He's in South America. He's sitting Indian
He looks
style.
great,
just
man.
talking, pontificating.
He gets around.
He gets around.
He travels.
My man.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Happy birthday, my friend. LZ turns 54 today. This is so good. So good. Terrence Howard turns 57 today.
Okay, have you guys watched him lately?
Feels like he's kind of coming off the rails a little bit.
A little bit.
Been like that for a little bit now, too.
Yeah.
He was trying to, what is he trying to argue? 1 + 1 or 1 times 1 equals
3?
2? Something like that. I'm like, come on, man.
No, it was like 1. It was
Right.
like 1 times 1 or 1 + 1 equals 3.
It's 1 times 1 does not equal 1. It should equal 2. That's his thing.
Oh, yeah.
And he will go to the end of the earth on it.
We've really lost the plot when we're arguing multiplication. It's like,
I know.
Just real quick, if you multiply means you take it again, right? So if you have 1,
Yeah.
how many times do we do it? 1.
1.
That's 1.
Yes. But he will argue with you until
Now, if
the
you do
end
it
of time.
2.
Yes.
It's 1, and then we do it again. That's another one. That's 2.
He's one of my favorite villains in movies, though. He plays a great bad guy.
As long as he's not playing a
I
mathematician.
met Terrence Howard.
Did you really?
Yeah, at an LAFC game.
Oh, yeah?
Real brief.
Was he nice?
Really nice.
Okay.
But you could tell he was on the move because he had a certain woman with him. So he was on, let me get out the way. Yep.
Dude
Keep
is
it moving.
super talented. Yeah, plays guitar. He's smart. Yeah, he's one of them dudes.
Happy birthday to AD, who turns 33 years old today.
Big boy. I told him it's rare. Like the Rams have had great players, all pros, what have you. But it's rare when you find a guy that is like the best player in the game.
I should have been more specific. Anthony Davis.
That AD.
That AD. Yeah,
Oh, my bad.
That's my
Take
bad.
back everything I said.
That is my bad.
Get healthy.
AD, and the second I said it, I'm like, I should have clarified that. We have 2 ADs here in town.
Ice up, son.
Yeah. Anthony Davis turns 55. Johnny Knoxville turns 55 years old today.
Surprised he's alive.
Did you like Jackass?
I did.
Me
I
too.
like Jackass too.
I did.
Too.
He's doing Fear Factor now.
I know.
Yep.
Have you seen? Is it out yet?
I don't know.
I've seen clips.
I've seen like commercials for it.
Josh Brown
Oh my God.
was one of the Rams kickers.
Oh my
and
God, I saw that.
Yeah, he talked about it like he really smoked that ball into that dude's face. He thought he killed him.
Yeah.
Like he said, "Do you really want me to hit this thing with everything I got?" He said, "Yeah, right into my face," and he did it. Knocked him cold. Yeah.
I think I can do a lot of shows, but Fear Factor, no chance.
No
chance at
or
all.
Jackass.
We
Or
should do
Jackass,
a small version in here.
No.
Absolutely not.
You win.
That's it?
I concede. You win. You can have whatever you want. Today is National Promposal Day. Greg, I asked you during the break what year you graduated from high school. I know the answer for you, DeMarco. We didn't have promposals. You went to somebody and said, "Would you like to go to the prom with me?"
I had a girlfriend.
And they said yes or no.
Yeah.
That was it. Did you have promposals when you were in high school?
No, there was no promposals, but I asked people to the prom.
Right. But you would, hey, Cindy, would you like to go to the prom with me? Right? That was the
pretty
extent
much,
of it?
Well, I mean, I would do something. So one time I actually got told no, but that was another whole other story. Yeah, I went. She didn't know I was going to ask her. I had a little crush on her, and I just decided that I bought some flowers. I put them on her desk because she sat behind me. And when she got there, she's like, "What is this?" And I said, "Do you want to go to prom with me?" And she just like busted into tears. And like I didn't know, and I ran out of the room. It was terrible.
Hey, can I give you a little credit?
Huh.
You're still here with us because I don't think I would have been. I probably would have said, you know what, that's it for me.
That's it.
I'm out of here.
I'm in a corner.
Did you do promposals?
I did do a promposal.
What did you do?
And I did a whole Grey's Anatomy theme because my girl was not my girl, my ex-girl at the time. She was big into Grey's Anatomy.
Okay.
And I came out. I was in the whole scrubs and everything, the whole outfit. I did the whole 9. And we actually did a prom proposal in the sports medicine room, and she came walking in, and we're all dressed up in, Grey's Anatomy gear.
See?
Nice.
That's elaborate.
That's elaborate.
My oldest son enlisted the help of the local police department to help ask his girlfriend if she wanted to go to the prom.
Really?
They put him in the back of a police car and rolled him up to her house. Wow. And he got out of the. She's like, "What is happening?" And then he had the little sign.
That's awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah, he went to the cop car.
That's cool.
Promposal along the way. You're going to remember this one. 1989, Cops debuted on Fox.
Bad boys, what you want? What you gonna do?
Really hard to explain how much I enjoyed watching Cops before
Cops.
going out in college. Like, you would watch Cops, and it's like, all right, it's time to go out.
Yes.
Let's not get on Cops.
The first reality show, Cops, right there. I wanted to be a cop.
That's what you said.
I really did. I wanted to go in law enforcement.
Yeah.
I used to love that show.
That show was wild.
It was, yes.
Wild.
I moved from Cops to the first 48.
That was a good show, too.
And that got depressing.
Well, because the first 48 is about murders.
Yes, it got real depressing.
The other one is like, not that there wasn't some bad stuff on Cops, too, but it's like, okay, everybody's still alive.
You're right, exactly.
Yeah. What do you got, Laura? I'm sorry, D.
No, I was saying, was Cops, it wasn't staged, was it? Is that real?
No, it's real.
Okay, all right.
It was
all real.
Just really quick, shout out to Max from Carlsbad who won the LAFC tickets. He said we made his day because his boss, he was being yelled at by his boss for an entire hour.
Ooh.
And he's like, and I just won these tickets, so thank you guys.
Well, good for you.
Shout
Way to
out,
go.
Max.
Glad we could. Now I want to know what Max did to get yelled at for an hour.
Me too. I wanted to be nosy and ask, but I'm like, ooh.
Like, it's one thing if the boss goes, "Hey, man, don't do that again." Okay, but
Right.
an hour's worth of you stink.
Can I yell at some people around here and then give them Lakers tickets when it's over?
Would you even have an hour's worth of yelling in you?
What?
Yeah.
I mean, I do. It just takes a lot to get there.
All right, we'll see you tomorrow. It's
Peace.
DeMarco and Travis, ESPN LA. We'll see you then.
Hey, it's May. Shoot your shot on Prize Picks and get $50 instantly in lineups when you play just $5. That's right.